Yeah. All right. You already know what it is. I see I got my man, up in here. Revelation is in the building. I got War Child in the building. And he about to go in right now. So Revelation, you might want some of this smoke. But I'm gonna let you know right now, Xion, it ain't no joke. So it's up to you. And this is why I got to come in.
Who wants to smoke? Who wants to smoke?
Yeah.
Who wants to smoke?
Yeah.
Temperatures going up, the heat is rising, scholars showing up, audience vibing. We on a mission, competition is the only desire. Whose information will be facing the mercy of fire? So step up, stand up, can you walk through hell? So tough, too tough for the weak soft shell. Set the fire, fan the flame, smoke is rising in blooms. While the inexperienced today just does the choke on the fumes. Bring your science, bring the wisdom, even bring your religion. If you can't stand the heat, then please don't come in the HOK. It's just a session, learn a lesson, fight and overcome oppression. Who'll be the best debated? By the time all the smoke clears, who wants to smoke? Want the smoke. This environment is the toughest, so bring your best in. Put your spirit to the test. You stepping into the ring with the scholar with the no digits harder. I will make you holler in the information flow with power. You wanted to peak, the elite, the undisputed. Now watch as your outdated theories get refuted. I'm posted in the den, let the world burn. Pressure in the room, it's finally my turn. They want the smoke, I'm the whole forest fire. Watch the oxygen vanish as the flames climb higher. My mind is the weapon, I'm no joke. I'm the baddest, I come for the smoke. No joke, I'm the baddest to ever breathe. I don't play house, I make them leave. Smoke session. Smoke, 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 smoke session. I want the smoke. Smoke, smoke, smoke session. sa.neter, you better warn them. Who want the smoke? Who wanna say that I'm not playing? Oh my God, sa.neter, stop playing with me. Now Paul, you better tell him, you better tell her now Paul. Stop playing with me.
Yeah. So whoever want that smoke after my man Xion the War Child give it up today, y'all might be calling me saying, yo, I got to challenge that brother War Child. He don't know what the hell he talking about. And War Child, let me tell you what you got to do, brother.
Yeah, man. Yes, sir.
Stop being cheap. Stop being cheap, right?
Yeah. Cheap? I'm broke.
Let me tell you what you got to do.
Be broke.
What you got to do. It only costs, something's like $5.
Green screen?
There you go. Okay. Get you a green screen. It blinks off and on.
Yeah.
I've been had a green screen. So here's my green screen. I just don't put it up yet. See, I got one already. See, I pull it out.
Yeah.
You know? So here's my green screen here, bro.
Right. A little better.
I also bought me a green sheet. See that?
Yeah.
Get a green sheet.
About doing because I have like canvas. I could
listen. Yeah. You get a king size green sheet.
Right.
Go to the store, get you a green sheet, king size, and hang it up behind you. That way, when you start throwing stuff up, it don't blink out no more. You see what I'm saying? You can see it. You can't do this because it'll blink out on you. You can't do this, hold stuff up.
I know.
But
That's
if
the
you
whole
have a
thing.
green screen behind you, you good money.
Right.
Get off the fake green screen on this. You on the fake one.
Right.
Stream yeah. So anyway, y'all be ready for my man Xion. He about to go in, and I guess he this stems from the conversation I guess he was gonna have with the girl, the other girl. What's her name?
Neftali Israel.
Yeah. He was gonna have this, and he says she ran from her. But anyway, I'm gonna pass you the mic, brother. Hey, you can't smoke online. You gotta at least cut your camera off, and you could continue doing what you do. When you finish, cut it back on.
Copy.
But yeah.
All right, so
let's go in.
Yeah, this went. Oh, so let me get ready to share my screen. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I've been trying to call out a whole bunch of people. Everybody want to run and try to minimize people, and that's what I loved about what Kasad just said just a couple of minutes ago, because Kasad pointed it out. You know what I'm saying? The defamation, they go straight to the ad hom fallacy, trying to minimize somebody's intelligence when they start getting cornered. You know what I'm saying? Because their argument ain't working no more. So yeah, let me share my screen. She had made the statement of 6,000-year-old Earth. 6,000 years. Huh? And see, this is one of the problems. Well, I did a presentation on DMG Paradigm Shift channel, you know what I'm saying, a couple of weeks ago on some of the issues of why, you know what I'm saying, we see so much corruption and twisting, contorting of the word Bible or what have you, and all of this stuff, and why people are falling away from faith, right? You know, not just the people who are, you know what I'm saying, doing wicked acts in the name of God and Jesus and what have you, and all of the things that we're seeing today. We do have to address those things, and just because somebody points it out doesn't mean that you have to become defensive, you know what I'm saying, to the point where you don't admit or confess to the realities that we see. But we know that even the Bible says that these things, that during even Paul's time, the churches were being critiqued and pointed out. Certain churches were acting up, you know what I'm saying? And Paul was writing letters telling them, like, y'all are bugging. You know what I mean? And so we got to get into this. So anyway, so this thing is about the 6,000-year-old Earth. It goes into a larger discussion about misinterpreting the Bible and how the Bible is supposed to be interpreted. Morpheus.
Don't call that name, brother. You want smoke, man? You bugging?
No, I don't know what's going on with Morpheus. I know he's been through a lot, and I
leave that man alone, brother.
I shot. Look, he just got beat up by Apostle. I'm sorry, he did. I won freaking 2 rounds. I was like, it's over. Second round, I was like, Apostle is working right now. He's working. So, and Morpheus likes to use deflection, straw man arguments. He tries to box you in and burden shift every single time. And I call him on it. And he got mad and he blocked me. And he blocked me. Like, come on, B.O., hold on. You went on sa.neter and said and called me freaking dad going, oh, I don't want to do it to him, man. I can't hurt somebody who's intelligence. I'm a college student, bro. I deal in law all day. What are you talking about, bro? And I understand how to argue because I study argumentation. And that's why I can call you on your fallacies. But let's get back into it. 6,000-year-old Earth. You know what I'm saying? The safest thing she could have did was not show up, and that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? She's not that slow. So let me share my screen. Hold on one second. She wasn't.
There's no Hebrew on the planet that can mess with Morpheus. He'll take on 10 of y'all dudes at the same time.
Yeah, with a whole bunch of fallacy arguments in an arena where he feels safe. He won't come out of his shell. The boy blocked me like, yo, I didn't even say nothing freaking, like, I didn't say nothing cruel or anything. This brother blocked me like freaking daggone a woman scorned. All right, y'all. Word up, man. You got to shoot some shots at me and said something. So I went to respond. When I went to respond, it said the message is no longer there. I'm like, wait, hold on. You ain't gonna let me respond? You blocked me. It's block a Zulu time. All right. So here we go, y'all. I got the screen up here. I'm gonna enlarge that. This is what was supposed to happen. It didn't happen. Big shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? It could have been, you know what I'm saying, the janky promoter. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? The janky promoter said that she was running. So I don't know. So I'm just going to move from that slide. You know what I mean?
Who the hell is the janky promoter?
Janky 7000.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Mm-hmm.
You know I'm going to have some jokes. So, so let's get to this, right? So anyway, so I want to start off. I always have to, you know what I'm saying, give shout out, you know what I'm saying, to, you know what I mean, you know, my organization, you know what I'm saying, the Rastafari community, you know what I'm saying. And
hey, I'm gonna tell you something right now.
Yes,
Shaka getting ready to tear that stuff up tomorrow. He going in on the Haile Selassie stuff.
Shaka gonna have to get better songs.
So he didn't really go in on Haile Selassie.
He can sing like we
I'm
do.
warning you right now. I'm just warning you. I'm telling you.
He make a hit record. I don't want to hear nothing from him. Reggae music ruling the world. You shut up. Watch your mouth and fix your braid.
Oh, he don't have the lock no more. He don't have the lock.
Go ahead, boy. I respect Shaka. But, you know, everybody want to tear something down, and this is the crazy thing. Everybody keeps on pointing the finger at Haile Selassie. I have a presentation. Anybody want to...
Brother La said, if you want to stand on that, tell the truth to the public about the debate between them two brothers, Morpheus and Apostle. He's saying, tell the truth.
I'm telling you what I saw from my perspective.
Oh, yeah, revelation, man. This is not me. I will be putting up my you know what I'm talking about. Those of you who come on the HOK, I'm not responsible for none of that. So I will be putting up my disclaimer, brother. When he going in there on Haile Selassie, that's Shaka, not me. All right. But I give everybody an opportunity to teach. And we don't silence nobody over here. Nobody gets silent. Go ahead, brother. I'm passing you the mic. Zion.
All right. Yep. So, okay. So I'm going to read this, you know what I'm saying, as...
You on mute, brother. You on mute.
All right. So, yeah. So, you know, I'm going to give homage, you know what I'm saying, to the king. So, and what does he say? He says, let us be true to what we believe, that our beliefs may serve and honor us, y'all. That goes for Christians and Kemetic people and what have you, right? So, let me minimize this here so I can see this. Matthew 13.
Hold up for a minute. Brother La was not talking about you, Zion. He said he was talking about me. And,
I wasn't watching.
I don't even think I need to say nothing, Brother La. The people know who I know won. I don't think I need to say it. I'm trying to be out of that, but if you want me to say it, you know, Morpheus won the damn debate, man. Therefore, I said it. God damn. Jesus lied in the Bible. God lied. Y'all know how I do, man.
Objection.
So, yeah. I gotta say it, man.
So
I gotta give it up, right?
Yeah, Matthew 13.
Hey, now you got the floor, brother.
Okay. So can you hear me now? All right.
Yep.
So Matthew 13, verse 11. He answered, saying unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. Why is this relevant? Because folks think that they can read the Bible from the surface, and they think that they can read it from a perspective, a modern perspective, their own cultural present day perspective, from their own subjective mind and how they view the world and how they view morality and they view good or bad behavior. You are not reading the book right. You are not. You ain't doing it right. The question before us is whether the Bible teaches that the earth is I'm going to use 6,000 years old earth ideology as a point in case. And this actually came from Christian folks who were being, you know what I'm saying, ignorant, you know what I'm saying, because they're trying to measure the Bible by physical science. You know, during that time period when was Reverend Usher, you know what I'm saying, in 1650 came out with this idea that the earth was 6,000 years old. Science was being, you know what I'm saying, propagated. And so most people were starting to try to look at the Bible from a naturalistic kind of way, because that time period, that's what people were doing. And that's where they failed. Okay, because that's not what you're supposed to do. The question before us is whether the Bible teaches that the earth is 6,000 years old. It does not. There is no verse in the scripture that gives the age of the earth, and the 6,000 year figure comes from does not come from Moses or from the prophets, but from the 17th century calculations of Bishop Usher. That is the post-biblical tradition, not a biblical doctrine. The 6 days of creation in Genesis are not scientific timeline. Y'all, to my Christian brothers, to my Israelite brothers, stop trying to do that. Do not try to teach it that way, because then you're adding and subtracting at the same time. And I'll show you why. The Hebrew word yom can mean a day, an age, or an era. And Genesis uses the word day even before the sun exists. We know that. And so therefore there cannot be 24-hour periods without the sun that's supposed to be on the fourth day. So when we're talking about the 6 to 7 days of creation, it is not speaking of literal 24-hour periods, nor is it speaking about the 1,000 years. They're like, well, every day to God is like 1,000 years. That is also a false argument here. It is simply giving you an epoch. It's calling a day in the Hebrew. They can use that for a period of time, or a something totally symbolic of a developmental, some kind of stage in a process, even before the sun exists. So you cannot measure 24-hour days without the sun. The structure of Genesis 1 is literally and theologically forming and filling, not a stopwatch, right? The genealogies also cannot be used to calculate the earth's age. Ancient genealogies were selective, symbolic, and often skipped generations. Watch this, y'all. You can't do that. Oh, well, I calculated, you know, how old the earth was by going from Adam's genealogy to Jesus' time period. And you can't do that, because even those genealogies skip people, just like they skip women. A lot of women are not named. There's a lot of sons and such that are even not named. And on top of that, a lot of those people are allegorical figures. And that does not take away from it, or take away from what ends up happening. If you make it literal, you absolutely take away from the meaning that it's supposed to be conveying. Right? So the genealogies also cannot be used to calculate. X beget Y frequently means X was an ancestor of Y. You cannot build a scientific chronology from symbolic genealogies, Bible folks. Most importantly, ancient Jews and early Christians did not teach a 6,000 year earth. Philo, Origen, and Augustine all rejected literal 24-hour creation days. The earliest interpreters of the scriptures did not read Genesis that way, right? So the Bible's purpose is theological, to reveal who created and why, not to provide a scientific age of the earth. The 6,000 year claim is not biblical. It is a modern freaking fiction. It is fallacious, facetious, and fictitious. Naphtali, A and E, ancient Near Eastern cosmologies were not literal. Y'all study so much. Kemetic stuff, and y'all be like, yo, so somebody bring up something about one, what did they say about this, that, and the other? I heard Omar call somebody out on something, and it was like, well, what dynasty are you speaking of? You got to tell me what dynastic period, what's the text that you're reading, right? So when it comes to arguing or defending Kemetic science, we have to gain context of the period of time, right? The chronological period, you know what I'm saying? Who was in, what was going on at the time, the culture. But when it gets to the Bible, no, just read it for what it says in the English. That is whack burger, bro. And so scholars like John Walton, Mark S. Smith, Thorkild Jacobson, and Benjamin Forster argue that ancient people saw cosmology as a way to explain order versus chaos. It's going to get more exciting, y'all. A way to define the God's authority, a way to articulate their place in the world, a way to legitimize kingship and social structure. They weren't trying to describe physics, right? They were describing the way that they saw meaning in the world, right? So there is going to be some seasoning on the potato salad. The Bible never gives a date. The Bible contains no verse that says 6,000 years. 6,000 year timeline comes from Bishop Usher, 1950 AD. Not Moses, not Jesus, not the prophets, ancient Jews, right? So biblical timelines, the covenants of God, what we see is Adam age. So all of these are epochs, and I'm going to show you how to get down to that. Right? That was a little small. But reading in the dead letter. So I want to make sure that y'all understand that no biblical theological scholar or even anthropologist studies any ancient text that way. So when Reggie and Morpheus start like, well, see, this is what the Christians always want to do. They want to start trying to switch to and see what. So when somebody tries to gain context, the cultural context, by looking at other verses that have the same that might have the same context of the word, then that gives us a cultural, that gives us more color as to what the people were talking about in their cultural perspective. Let me give you an example. You know what I'm saying? Erykah Badu said, I was going down the water with $3.06. Oh, you might laugh because you did not do your math. Everybody who is in the conscious community, us black folk, know when she said $3.06 that she wasn't talking about literally $3.60. That she was talking about a full cipher, a full circle, because culturally we know in the hood, and you know what I'm saying, the people in Philly and in New York and all of the major cities that deal with 5% knowledge and we understand what $3.06 meant 360. That means that she was building on a full circle, right? So we understood the context, but a white person would be like, oh, she broke. She only got $3.06. Bless her heart. Read it for what she said, though. What did she say? Oh, that means that she had $3.06. I'm just using that to show you what dead letter means. A dead letter, right, is a law agreement that people do not pay any attention to, although it still exists, right? Also, it is a letter that cannot be returned to sender or received by the recipient. Right? So they use that terminology symbolically to talk about how people read certain texts from the surface and not gain the meaning. We don't have a problem when an African proverb talks about a frog and a snake talking to each other. But the moment we see that type of language in the Bible, oh, this is a fairy tale. But you're missing the mark. Or you know that it don't mean that, but you're just banking on somebody else to be stupid enough to daggone think that when you tell them to read it from the English translation and version, say, oh, well, they always want to go back to the Hebrew and then check on other scriptures. You're supposed to do that. Why theological? That's what rabbis do. That's what the whole Talmud is doing. All the Talmudic. Why theological scholars don't read the Bible at face value, right? Short answer, because the Bible was not written in a culture that used face value reading. Ancient Near Eastern people did not write history, law, prophecy, or narrative the way modern Westerners do. They were artsy-fartsy about it, bro. Just like we still are with our food. Just like we are when we say slang words and you know what I'm saying, and spit jive. I'm showing my age. So reading is, it literally in a modern sense is actually misreading it. Objection. You're not freaking presenting the evidence properly. And if you know better, Reggie being in law knows that he has to give not only he has to give the whole evidence, right? That means he has to give the inculpatory evidence against it. He also has to provide the exculpatory evidence. But when you don't do that because you're so biased and you just want to try to win an argument through any trickery that you can, you start losing credibility with those who actually think that you might be intelligent. But why are you arguing that way? It's horrible. Ancient Near Eastern texts were symbolic by default. You can do that with Egyptian culture, but when we get to the Bible, oh, God did this and did that. This is the part most people miss. In the ancient Near Eastern cultures, numbers were symbolic, animals were symbolic, directions are. So no, you know what I'm saying? Oh, did they? I agree with Jabari and them. They didn't believe. Maybe there were some people who did believe that they were freaking daggone beings, you know what I'm saying, with animal freaking heads. Or maybe the animal heads were symbolic, right? Directions east and west were symbolic. Water, mountains, gardens, deserts, symbolic. Names carried meaning. Stories encoded cosmic order. They weren't just freaking daggone, you know what I'm saying, eating a potato salad with just potatoes and mayonnaise. They had to put some paprika on it and some freaking daggone cayenne, some pepper. So scholars did not read literally because the authors didn't write it literally. So if you know that you're a scholar and you deal with ancient freaking daggone Kemetic knowledge and you know what I'm saying, and why won't you apply the same measure? Because you don't want to. It wouldn't help your cause. Creation and evolution. The 6 days of creation are not actual days. They're not thousand. They're not even timed period. They're describing epochs that you know, evolution just happens to have some things, and we have to always understand this. While our ancient ancestors did not have all of the daggone tools and scientific, big shout out to, you know what I'm saying, Aunt West and the pseudo killers, they did not have all the answers, but what we're not going to do is actually minimize some of the things that they did get right, or even close to it, without the technology and tools that we have today. So we don't want to minimize their intelligence. The epochs do not represent literal time periods. And I'm not saying that these represent these situations in theories of the Earth's beginning and evolution. I'm saying it's just interesting that from a poetic state, we can kind of see a rhyme and a reason. Okay? Claiming the earth is 6,000 years old is adding and subtracting. Here's why. Adding, literalists insert a number in the Bible that the Bible never gives, and subtracting, they flatten the symbolic cosmic covenantal and epoch level depths of Genesis into a tiny human-sized timeline. You're trying to fit something. You're trying to push a cylinder into a square crayon, niggas. Excuse me, pardon self. You're not just... Right, so move on from that. So, boom, let's get to it, right? Listen, the other day, freaking daggone Morpheus said, oh, he's not going to daggone AI. I have over 50 debates before AI was spitting out freaking daggone bullet points for me today. I put everything together. I freaking daggone had the most creative daggone, while everybody just had a blank page and daggone freaking copy and paste from Google or Wikipedia. This dude is a Wikipedia freaking scholar and got the nerve to talk smack to me about how I use AI. I use it properly, like a paralegal would. The times and a half, the 42 months, JJ 7000, and the 102,060 days. This came from that debate when I smushed his head, and even though he had people flooding polls, it's okay. I don't care. He didn't even have a PowerPoint. He came with a notebook, and look what I got on what I sent to myself on in my email. Like, that's not verifiable information. Objection, bro. So Revelation chapter 11:13 refers to a period between Jesus' ascension and return. Thus, the times and a half is symbolic to a period that which Christians currently live, right? So we find later on the phrase 40 days and 40 nights is not a literal 40 days. It just means a really long time period. Same thing happens with the 42 months and the 1,260 days that actually starts being more aligned with freaking astrological ages, because old folks looked at the stars and calculated time. And that's how they even got a lot of their visions, which we see in Revelation chapter 12. I saw a sign and wonder in the heaven. You thought it was a literal woman floating down with freaking daggone 7 stars, you know what I'm saying, clothed in the sun and the moon under her feet, then you have a problem. That means that the 7-headed dragon has to be real too. But y'all know that nobody's going to argue that. Not any Christian would, unless they slow. The Hebrew word bara, to create, means to assign function. Here, this is what kills everybody who tries to sit here and, well, God made this and God made that, right? So why didn't he? Well, first and foremost, this is not what the Bible is even freaking saying in creation. Bara, to appoint, to assign, to give purpose, to bring into order, to ordered existence, right? It does not mean manufacturing physical materials. So you never see in the Bible where God actually makes any freaking daggone element on the periodic time table. We don't see any of that. We don't see him talk about atoms. We don't see him talk about quarks. We don't see him talk about strings. We don't see him talk about photons. We don't see him talk about none of that. You know why? Because it ain't got nothing to do with the price of a can of beans in this context. So when Genesis says God created, it means that he assigned roles, functions, and order to what was already existed in a chaotic form, really more or less towards a people who were becoming civilized. They had to begin to live in an environment that was safer and conducive for them to build families, to have tribes and cattle and such and such. This is the order that they're talking about. Light appears before the sun. Waters exist before the day. Darkness exists before creation. The depth existed before creation. The deep existed before. You would never see God create the deep. Why? Because the deep does not mean it's not literal water in space. Oh, yeah, but they say that there's water in our atmosphere and there's water in space. You are not doing it right. It's not talking about water. We know that even in comedic science, and the water has a meaning to it. When you see the little wave symbol, right? And what have you. You know what I'm saying? But in this context, water, in this context, the face of the deep simply meant chaos. That meant freaking like caveman time. Like nothing was in order. You know what I'm saying? Something was going to bite you and you was going to die. There was chaos, and now we're bringing order, because what is happening here? People are beginning to build social groups, societies, languages, culture. They're growing. And this is when we start seeing this creation story. Ancient Jewish interpretations was not a young earth, right? I said that. Philo, Origen, 2nd to 3rd century. Augustine, 4th century, creation happened outside of time. Outside of time. What's outside of time? Not in 6 or 24 hours or even 1,000, right? Origen says the days are not chronological. Creation is not literal. We even know that the Bible is not even organized into a chronological order. Not even the way the books are written. You know what I'm saying? Job is one of the oldest books in the Bible, but somehow it's not the first book. So we know that that is a fallacy argument. Well, why is this? Watch this. Genealogies are theological, not chronological. Adam, you know what I'm saying? Abel, Seth, like I got in some of these charts over here. Noah, Japheth, through Shem. There are missing people in between these lines. Except for, you know what I'm saying, that this one red line on the side over here, but over here you see these little blue lines. There are people in, but there's supposed to be names of people in between. Now, whether we say that these are actual people and stuff, or that these are symbolic because of the names and stuff. I got to tell y'all about the names having meanings, and sometimes you're not reading it as actual dudes. You have to actually know the meaning of the name to get the codified what the sentence is really saying. You remove the he beget this and they beget that, and all of a sudden you read the names down the list from Adam to daggone Noah, you know what I'm saying, and then interpret the names. There is a whole entire sentence codified in that. Now it's Genesis chapter 4, right? So days, light from darkness, emerges from order, waters from the above, below, land and vegetation, right? Genesis theme, symbolic meaning, emergence of order, separation of structure with water above, right? It's a separation, stability, fertility, land, vegetation. Now we're talking about food, sun, moon, stars, cycles, cosmic order, time. Now people are calculating time and looking at the sun, stars, and moons after they start figuring out things about vegetation. You know what I'm saying? Now they have to know about the stars and the moon, right? Sea creatures, birds, a multiplicity, abundance, a moral agency, consciousness, right? So now we're thinking about, you know what I'm saying, how we treat each other, because now we're living in a larger society. Mammalian evolution, and evolution parallels mammalian evolution, right, to the land and animals. We can parallel Cambrian explosion, marine, and but this is not literal. So this doesn't really, while it's amazingly freaking daggone very ordered in the natural science kind of way, we're not trying to equate these two things, because that is not their thinking when they're talking about this. It's not natural science. Prophetic hour, again, you know what I'm saying? Cats like JG, they're very simple-minded, you know what I'm saying? They do very good in high school. So, you know what I'm saying? They have Kruger-Dunning effect, excuse me, you know what I'm saying? Kruger-Dunning effect. So they do not realize that they cannot comprehend something. So they think that they have reached the pinnacle of their intelligence, and you not knowing it makes you dumb, even though you actually know that they're making a total freaking daggone ridiculous observation. And really truly lacking the cognitive ability to daggone really understand what they're saying. The prophetic hour, 1 hour. He said, oh, how is that supposed to be the second witness? Well, where's the other witness? The Bible does not say that the two witnesses walk together. And so if the beast had power for 1 hour, according to their thinking, then that would mean that this freaking Antichrist and whole beast system literally only exists for 60 freaking minutes. If you're reading it from the dead letter, if you're drawing with crayon, right? So the apostle in the book of Revelation, chapter 7, John wrote, the 10 horns which you saw are 10 kings. They start explaining that the horns are not literal horns. They have to literally tell you some of the symbolism, so you won't sit over here waiting for, because people are dumb, and they'll be waiting for a daggone a dragon with 10 horns. And yet, but they receive authority for 1 hour as kings with the beast. 1 hour? No, it's talking about a specific time period or an area of time, and it's not even really measured. It's 1 hour. It's poetic. $6, the $3.06. Okay, the mother of harlots, false religion, or apostate Christianity. So we already see that the Bible already points out that there is a flawed version, that there are people who claim to be Christians and who are actually apostate. We see that at this time. The Bible also says the 7 heads and the 7 mountains, the church is sitting among the 7 hills of Rome. So now we can kind of freaking like on say, you know, that's kind of interesting, because, you know, that's where the Vatican is, right? But that the Vatican wasn't there at that time, so it's not necessarily a prophecy, because there was a Roman office of power and authority right there at the 7 hills before Christianity, right? That was always a freaking central place for Roman, you know what I'm saying, the Roman Empire, because of the 7 hills being representative of the 7 gods of Mount Olympus. So that was like their capital hill. The 10 horns are the divisions of the Roman Empire that represent the nations. I don't think I have to go too far into this, but the prophetic hour, a period of 2 weeks? No, the same interpretation, 1 hour, Revelation 17 and 12, the prophetic hour that represents a literal period of about 2 weeks, but the context doesn't imply that. It is commonly known that the chapter 18 gives a more detail. 2 weeks would literally just be 14 days. And we see a lot of symbolic things with 14 and 7s throughout the Bible. So now we're going to start getting into this, right? So, they say the Bible has the firmament. And we know that they didn't get everything right. But this wasn't literal neither. Right? But the firmament is not obsolete to a degree. It has symbolic precursor. Proto-science, modern space-time models. Genesis 1 encodes dimensional separation and boundaries of formation, not primitive meteorology, right? So it wasn't an observation. It wasn't, scientific, but it was like, they guessed, and like, it looks like there might be some levels over here, right? The language of creation is part of cosmic architecture tradition, not just myth, but symbolic physics. It's symbolic symbolism. We use symbols in freaking daggone in mathematics. We use all kinds of, Conquest wanted to, why are you going to bring that up? See, whenever you actually point out that their argument has flaws, they go straight to defensive and start, well, Haile Selassie, what does Haile Selassie have to do with what I'm saying right now? We're having a conversation about daggone the debate with you and Apostle, Mr. Morpheus. And you want to turn around and shift the burden. That's manipulation. And if you don't know you're doing it, then you might be a malignant narcissist. If you know you're doing it, then you're freaking daggone a sociopath. Right? The 5 levels of nobody in biblical theology or even anthropology who study the Bible read the Bible from the surface like it's a daggone coloring book, like it's daggone freaking Sunday, the Sunshine Band, freaking daggone. The Torah may be viewed, generally speaking, on 5 different levels. The first 4 levels are called Pardes. I've brought this out before, right? Peshat, Remez, Dresh, right? And Sod, which are the acronym for Peshat, Remez, right? So, I wasn't even reading that. So the basic literal meaning of the Torah text, it is not necessarily identical to the apparent plain meaning of the text. So when they say, see, why can't they just read it for what it says? Number one, it's been retranslated by people who came freaking daggone thousands of years later and was looking at it and interpreting it from their cultural context, which still does not freaking daggone equate to the cultural context in which it was written. So it is important that we dig a little deeper. It's not, y'all lazy. We'll just open it up and say, look, God said, and they did this. It's over. That is, come on, B. Finally, right? We got to do better, right? The 4th level, and I'm not saying don't challenge. I'm saying we don't have to do, like, if you're going to question and make a claim that Christians and Bible thumpers are being dishonest or they're shifting burdens and stuff, why are you doing it? Millions of believers assume that the Bible is inerrant, that everything in the Bible is absolute word of God. This is not even in the Bible. See, Elder Sa, I love you, man. You know what I'm saying? I think that we often confuse, if you've been in Islam for a while, the way they revere the Quran is totally and entirely different to the actual physical text. The actual book is absolutely different than how, Christians view the Bible. Nobody freaking ever worshiped the book, and nobody ever stated that everything in it was perfect. Even in the Bible, it says that. You know what I'm saying? That even the scribes would utterly corrupt the law. You know what I'm saying? You go through it, that they prophesied in part, all of that. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing that Apostle was saying. I heard him. And we sometimes have problems understanding the Bible in its original unfamiliar settings, right? But we also have a second problem. We come to the Bible with presuppositions we have inherited from others. So we have already presuppositions about what we're going to read because somebody told you, well, just look in it and just read it from the surface. These presuppositions accumulated over time and were passed down confidently from one to another. So that's when we learned them from other teachers and they appeared. So this is why we see so many different translations. We see so many different denominations. We see so many different arguments on the divinity of Christ, whether he is God the Father, whether he is a part of God the Father and still one, whether he is the son of God, but not God the Father, where he's the son of Joseph and just the son of God, just like the rest of everybody else who are sons of God. Only he ain't sin, right? That we can argue that all day, every day. We do that. But the reason why is because everybody's interpreting it from their own cultural perspective and not the perspective of what it was written in. And that's why we have those issues. Right. So you had that whole firmament. I had a little switched up again, just to, show like a little, humor, of your firmament, flat earth, but, with a globe here, and the space-time continuum. Because I'm a Trekkie. So the covenants, again, these are freaking epochs that are describing changes and developments in moral, for not the earth. That's why you're not going to see dinosaurs. And we're not going to have that argument. Well, why do you don't have dinosaurs? Right? Edenic dispensation. Innocence, it represents the innocence, and then the breaking in the antediluvian dispensation, right? Becoming conscious to the self. Also, it's like a stage in your development as a child when you start becoming aware that you can die. You know what I'm saying? Not now. Now you realize you're naked. Now you realize, you got some things down there. You know what I'm saying? Those are stages in your development. Everybody's stages are different, but if they were described as days, no, you didn't turn from freaking daggone 1 to 7 in 7, 24-hour periods. But you could symbolically say that those stages in your development were like days. In their cultural context, they would understand what you meant, like $3 and $6. Right? So the antediluvian, they become aware to their nakedness. They also become aware to the fact that they can freaking hurt each other. And so now I can either do good, or I can go upside somebody's head. Noahic covenant, signs, rainbow, dispensation, self-government. Now we're seeing larger groups of people. They are describing a different epoch in their experience with, and it continues on. Here's the freaking crazy thing. There are 7 going all the way up to the prophetic age, Revelation and stuff, to the new kingdom and stuff. Well, it just so happens that these 7 epochs are just as no different than the freaking 7 days of creation that came before them. Because if I hadn't started here at number 1 on this, when we're going back, this is a whole nother week, 14. Did I just got finished talking about 14? Yes, they had their own supreme mathematics back in the day. They had their own way of looking at stuff. They had their own little freaking daggone spice to life and their own codifications. And that's the way, They didn't have Netflix and so they had the stars and they had the things around them. Pisces age, the 2 fish and 5 loaves. I can show you how this entire cosmological chart is all throughout the Bible in order. And all you got to do is read from Revelation chapter 12, where it literally starts off with Virgo and then begins describing in an art-like form, in a poetic form, the movement of these constellations, but they're telling you it in a story form. And it's nothing more. Well, I mean, it's more to those who are reading it not from the surface. And to those who are like, oh, man, they're talking about dragons and women floating down from the sky with stars on their heads and talking donkeys. See? You're not doing the work because you don't want to. You just don't care for it. And that's fine. But don't get in the way of the rest of us who are really getting something out of it. Taurus, right? Fertility cults, golden calf, aggregate work. So these even epochs, when we see the interesting thing, when you see the ram sacrifice, the bullock sacrifice, the goat sacrifice, you know what I'm saying? We see the 2 fish and 5 loaves. The sacrifices are dealing with ages and epochs, right? So the ram is the ram cult, right? Worship from 43,000. Oh, wait, Taurus, it's actually Aries, you know what I'm saying? 2150 BCE, right? BC to 0 CE, Abrahamic covenant, Mosaic law, ram sacrifices, right? Pisces come with Jesus' baptism. We go back to Taurus, you know what I'm saying? That's that zodiac symbol, the bull, you know what I'm saying? Fertility cults. So we're seeing that they're describing things, not, and these are, and even the sacrifices are astrological symbols. Not even reading the book right. Biblical dispensation timelines, we just went through that. So innocence, consciousness, human government, promise, law, grace, kingdom. Nowhere in this is the Big Bang or the freaking daggone or freaking daggone the creation of elements. Nowhere in here, because it's not what it's about. Reading the book all wrong. Gematria. So now, also with Hebrew numbers, here's the problem, y'all. Oh, Adam lived to be 900 and such years old. You think that that's literal? Gematria numbers, symbols, I'm going to show you. In Hebrew, every letter has a numeric value. This allows names and words to carry numerical meaning and numbers to carry linguistic meaning. Aleph, 1, Bet, 2, right? Gemel. Here we go. Let's get into some Hebrew, you know what I'm saying, supreme mathematics, right? Just a little bit, right? The Quap is 100, you know what I'm saying? Resh, Shin, 300. Shin also has that 3, you know what I'm saying, points, but it's connected to 1. This is what we talk about, why even the rabbinical Jews, you know what I'm saying, wrap their arm with the Shin. The Shin symbol is the representation of the unity of God. The 3 in 1. You're gonna sit here and act, well, that's not biblical. Why? It's you know what I'm saying? Aleph also has the freaking daggone the cow head. Like, you know what I'm saying? Big shout out to my brother what's his name? The bomb squad, you know what I'm saying? He was breaking that down too. So yeah, you know, well, I don't know why we laugh at it. When we can just look at it and get deeper meaning from it. It doesn't necessarily always have to mean, oh, well, that's because they work. Well, they did come from people who worship cows back in the day. You know what I'm saying? And it was wrestling with that. There was nobody was denying that. Negroes were, like, these cats were running around freaking making golden calves every now and again. It's in the book. Right, so you got the table of Hebrew alphabets. So I'm gonna get a little bit deeper. So we see that there's a whole entire calculation chart and moves and stuff like that. And they do the math and they find symbolism, they find words, they find code. The Bible prophecy code, also known as a Torah code, is a purported set of encoded. You're not just reading the book from the surface. If that's what you think that this is all about, then just leave it alone. Just go right with Reggie and them. Right? We don't need you here. Effing everything up. That's why you got these dudes buck dancing in church. All right, I'll get to that later. So he predicted significant historical events. These codes involve words, phrases, and clusters of words that that some believe to hold specific meaning. The theory that God's intentionally placed hidden messages within the Bible's text. That goes way past even that book, the Bible Code. Bro, he just freaking daggone coined on it. You know what I'm saying? The ages of the patriarchs, right? Adam, here we go. 930 years, right? We see the symbols. What does it mean? Cycle of completion, right? A divine fulfillment. Seth 9:120 in the Hebrew. If you're taking those letters and getting the mathematical numerical equivalent, that's what it means in the Hebrew. Fullness of God's order and divine governance. Enosh, 905 years. Y'all look like, you go, this guy's lived a long time. No! It's not what it means. You ain't, because you don't know the gematria. So you're left outside of the mysteries of God. Mm-hmm. Don't make me stop preaching. I'm going to preach on sa.neter. I did that on, had the organ and everything, right? So we have cycles of completion. We have divine order. We have mortal frailty, Enosh. We have king sorrow and lament. So even these numbers that are adding up from the name and the ages that they were supposed to die, you know what I'm saying, have meaning. And that is how, you know what I'm saying, somebody who is initiated into this mystery school really gets anything from the book, not just, you know what I'm saying, you know what Moses did? He parted the Red Sea. I'll read the book that way. It has deeper meaning than that, man. Ain't nobody freaking parting the Red Sea. You know what I'm saying? That's a freaking daggone fault line. You're going to freaking plummet to your, right? So yeah, we got that. So why these ages matter symbolically? These are not biological ages. They are numerical metaphors. They encode spiritual epochs, prophetic signals, and moral traditions. Don't get mad because I actually use power bullet points and stuff like we're supposed to. Whenever you're doing a presentation in school, they actually teach you that it's better to have bullet points than freaking daggone long pages, you know what I'm saying, that you're going to sit there and read and bore everybody with. Bullet points help you freaking be able to talk and explain and expound in between. Go and take a class on you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, presentations. It's great. When the Bible says Adam lived 930 years, it's not giving us a birth certificate. It is giving us a symbolic number. In Hebrew, numbers are letters and letters are meaning. These lifespans encode spiritual epochs, not biological data. You say otherwise after this, then you know you lying. Call them on it. The days are epochs of ordering, not 24-hour periods. I've said this all over again. This is where she would have totally failed. I'm glad that she didn't, because and people have been going all upside her head lately, and I just didn't really want to be a part of that. But you know what I'm saying, the janky promoter, you know, asked me to do it, and I was like, you know, okay, whatever, right? Cosmic dawn, galactic epoch, stellar epoch, planetary epoch, life epoch, human epoch. You know what I'm saying? We can interpret the book in many different ways. If I go to an art gallery with you and you tell me, oh, I like that painting, and I'm like, you like freaking daggone, you know, you like that kind of art, you know, like the and I don't like it, right? I don't like the color on it, but you like the color, right? I want to sit here and freaking daggone beat you over the head and be like, man, you like that ugly ass poke, man. You leave that painting alone, man. You get to interpret the painting your own way, right? But at the same time, you still have to know something about the artist and what was the artist trying to convey. That's what everybody wants to know. But before you really, you know what I'm saying, do that, the first thing you do when you go to an art gallery is look at it and you interpret the art for yourself. And then you pretty much kind of, you know what I'm saying, go and read up on it, find out what was the energy that they were feeling, what were they trying to express, even if it's, you know, abstract art to, you know what I'm saying, some form of, we start wanting to learn a little bit more about the person who painted the picture. Right? So this was all going to be to beat her up. The 30 degree per zodiac age, 2,160 year per age, 6 ages, 12,960 years, 12 age, 6 ages to 12 ages, 25, right? So this is, you know, actual ages in the zodiac kind of measurement, you know what I'm saying, how they measured ages in time periods, right? So when you get down, we see the 2,160, very close to that 1,200, you know what I'm saying, that we see in Revelation. Half of an age, 1,080 years, times and a half, 3.5 ages, or 3.5 days, or an hour if you wanted to, because that's it's not literal, right? You gotta know how to rhyme. You gotta know what a person is spitting before, you know what I'm saying? You gotta know the slang to get the song. It's like people who go to listen to reggae music, but they don't freaking know patois, and they get all the words all wrong. They don't even know what the song means, but it just sounds good. Right? Timeline, end of times, right? present church age, the beginning of sorrows, desecration of the temple. This is what I had brought forth before, you know what I'm saying? So while I am defending my Christian brothers and stuff like that, there is some things that we have to get in order, right? You know, the Bible says that, you know, if we turn from our wicked ways and seek his face, right? So we know that there is something we got to do and something that is wrong, right? So we're not going to sit here and act like the church is good money. You know what I'm saying? It's not, you know what I mean? This is the great falling away, and it has been, the temple has been defiled. The great tribulation, the millennial reign, and this is why, you know, the atheists and agnostics and comedics are justifiably in their right to challenge, you know what I'm saying, and to rebuke and to refuse. And that's the problem, right? So not going to go through all of that. Let me see what I got here. Yep, just a few things. So I was going to keep on eating it because I knew that, you know what I'm saying, she's probably going to be very circular. There's not much that she can actually bring to this argument to try to force, you know what I'm saying, this 6,000 year theory, because she's not going to sit there and calculate. I already destroyed the fact that there are other people in between those genealogies and names in the genealogies, you know what I'm saying, from whatever perspective. There's no way you can calculate it that way because you're missing freaking daggone crucial data. Evidence is not sufficient, right? So anyway, I think I'm gonna leave it right there. I think that's about it. Yeah, all right. I want to get their head smushed. Give me this, sir. Oh, let me take a sip of my chalice. He's reading something. Oh. Yeah, he said, I'm not funny to you. Objection, speculation. Shoot, you ain't gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh. I think he writing something. Is he knocked out? He ain't knocked out. Yo, stop. Oh, there he is.
You done?
Yeah, I'm good, man. That was just a brief one because that was for debate, so I didn't do that many slides. Like I wasn't doing that one.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so okay. No problem. So what we're going to do right now is anybody out there want to smoke? Anybody disagree? Anybody agree with the brother? I didn't fall asleep, idiot. The hell I look like? I'll be acting dumb, man.
You don't be wanting to smoke.
The other brother on top of you was right. Saw playing chess.
Yeah,
that's what I was doing.
I figured.
The other we got a box in the building. Playing chess. That's what I was doing.
There he is, Apostle.
Apostle, what's happening, man? Apostle, what's up, brother? Apostle, you don't hear me? All right, you got to go out and come back in, Apostle.
Why I got to go out and come back in? Nothing wrong with my sister.
You ain't hear me.
I didn't hear you. I heard you.
So I called you like 3 times.
Brother, did you see my earphones on? Called me like 3 or 4 times, man. I told you I was in the process. I just turned it on.
You supposed to be doing a show with Kassad?
Yeah, and you stepped on it. I had to reschedule it for tomorrow. Why you keep doing that, man? I had that thing set up for 3 days. Nobody set nothing up. Set up 3 days to come on at 5 o'clock today, and you stepped right on top of it. So we had to reschedule it.
Let me explain something to you, Mr. Apostle Saquon.
All right, yeah, you explain it to me.
You can still go live while I'm live on the channel, brother.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Who's going to be there to listen?
The people that want to hear the Hebrew stuff going to listen. They're going to tune in.
We share the same audience. We share. Somebody might want to hear what Zion got to say. Let's not step on top of each other.
That's how you build up your channel, brother. That's how you build it up. You're going to separate. You're going to get people. You had one day, I remember, I went live when you was live. You had like 200 people over there, brother. You had 200 people over there, Apostle. Stop selling this. People want to hear what Apostle Saquon got to say.
You can fake that to me now, man. But I look at it as fade, man.
People want to hear what you got to say, brother.
I look at it
mighty apostle, man. What's wrong with you, man?
I look at it as fade. You ain't being real.
Do you got anything you would like? Do you have anything you would like to ask Zion in his presentation?
Yeah, I like to get to Zion because that was a good presentation.
Yeah, that was good. I was with you. But you the mighty apostle, man. Just remember that, man. People want to hear what apostle got to say, brother.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Especially Reggie and Morpheus.
Well, we're going to see because I'm coming back word for word. I'm
Especially
breaking
Reggie
down.
And Morpheus.
I'm going to break down that debate. I'm going to break down that debate. Show Morpheus why he's wrong on the temple. I'm going to show Morpheus why he's wrong with this. Yeah, because you now say Jesus lied. You saying it now.
But
I'm saying that dude he got so worried that Morpheus got mad at him. He done flip-flop. I said, how weak can you be just because somebody's like, I'm going to get mad at you because you change your opinion? I mean, how would you let that affect you like that, man? That on a show, you gave him all the bombs and you didn't give me any bomb. I said, this dude, what is he doing? He showed Morpheus. He was so worried about his friendship.
No, that's not true, Apostle.
Oh God, man, don't do that, sa.neter. Don't do that. Look, boy, I can show you what you did, man.
I know what I did. You know
what you did. I said, you know what? And I said, it's all right. I'm not like Morpheus. I'm not like Reggie. I'm not going to lose a friendship over something like that. I'm not going to call up and crying and getting mad. I'm not going to stop speaking to you and all of that crap like them dudes. They ain't real friends. They're not real. And because of that, man, you got to get back on the good side and make me look bad. I said, oh my God, sa.neter, I can't believe. But it's all right because I'm not going to get mad at you, brother. I know that friendship is important to you.
Apostle.
I know that.
Apostle, you ready for this right here? You ready? Here you go, Apostle. When the Lord is with you, who can be against you, brother?
Yeah.
And that's all you need is the Lord. You don't need bombs from me.
Brother,
I
don't need that for a debate.
I'm dropping some jewels on you, man. You don't need bombs from me. You need bombs from the Most High, brother. And so when the Lord is with you, who can be against you? That should be in your mind right there. Like, I got the Lord on my side.
I don't need you to
I got power on my side.
I don't need you to play. God don't need to be on my side for a debate.
Yes, he do, because you
he don't, man. No.
I don't want to talk over you, brother. I don't want to talk over you, Apostle. You're defending his ass. What are you talking about? The scripture says, who would be with me? Who would damn, how that should go again? I done said it so much, I done forgot the goddamn thing. Huh? So you know what I'm talking about? Who would be, damn, how that go again, y'all? Who would be with me against the evils of iniquity?
That's what it says.
If the Lord is with you, who can be against you?
Right.
I already said that.
See, this is Satan taking Christ up on the mountain. If you be the Son of God, throw yourself off. After all, he said that
All right,
he
listen to
will
what you just
protect.
said. If that's Satan taking him up on the mountain, guess what? The Lord told Satan to do it because Satan don't do nothing without the power of God. He got to ask permission. Am I right, Apostle? Do Satan got to get permission from the Most High?
He got to get permission.
All right, so stop it. See? So don't say it's Satan. Say it's God. See, when y'all start doing that and you start messing up on your scripture, it come back to bite your ass.
I wish you stopped muting my mic.
No, I'm muting you because you're talking over me. I don't want
you're talking over me. You just can't do that all the time.
Let me explain something to you.
You're talking over. No, tight. Hold tight.
No. You got to hold tight. Listen, this is what Reggie was talking about earlier. This is just what Reggie was talking about. Whose show is this? Is this your show or my show? You do that over there on the HOK over there. Whose show is this, Apostle? This is my show or your show, brother? What are you talking about, man? You got it healed, man. This is what Reggie was talking about earlier. And I defended you. I defended you. Am I right, Xion? I can't hear you.
Yes, you did.
Did I defend him, Elder Suntan?
Yep, you was trying to.
See? And he's doing it. But it's all right. I love the brother Apostle. But anyway, go ahead, Apostle. You can go now. See what you got for Xion. Go ahead.
No, I ain't done with you, man.
You ain't done.
Come on, man.
I'm not done with you.
This
I'm not done with you. I am your elder, sir.
Right, but this
That's
is
not even the point. That's not
Xion right now. You got to answer Xion questions.
See, there you go again. See, it's not. You don't treat nobody like that.
Oh man,
you don't do that. You don't just jump in constantly interrupting people. And you allow other people to interrupt without saying anything. You know what you're doing, sir. But you will jump in and aggravate me because you know you can do that.
Yeah,
so you do it willingly.
React to it, Apostle. If you know you shouldn't react to it, dude.
But okay, and you another one. You know you just jumped in and cut me off.
Yeah, because you
know you just did.
Stuff, man.
You just did what they accused me of doing.
That's
do you know that?
But I don't do it all the time.
You do it all the time. You do interject all the time.
You do it all the time.
You do interject all the time.
What I'm saying,
but I never let you do it because when you interject, then listen.
If you try to make your point to
allows
out
you
the window.
Listen to that. Listen to that. sa.neter allows you to interject because when you're doing it 9 out of 10 times, you're doing it against the Bible. So he allowed that. When you look at people interjecting all the time, they're against the Bible. sa.neter allows it. Nothing frustrates me more than a person point out my behavior and he has the same behavior. Double-minded, unstable in all his ways. And this is something I try my best to work with. But you can't pull me up here, ask me a question, and before I get 3 words out, you interjecting, and you cut me off.
All right, I want everybody to hear this. I allowed Apostle 5 minutes just now. What did y'all learn from that? Nothing. All he did was got up here and started crying. And I said, I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to see what he got to teach.
And that wasn't 5 minutes.
That was more than 5 minutes.
No, it was. This talk was saying to Suntan for about 3 minutes. That's all that was. And Suntan interjected. And you didn't stop it. While I was talking, Suntan was talking, and you was laid back, saying you allowed me to talk. No, you didn't. But go ahead, man. Your show.
Dude, it's funny as hell, man.
Your show.
Always crying, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, you ain't got no question for Zion, brother, before I move on?
Yeah, I was looking forward to a question from you, Elder.
Yeah, you know, good presentation, man.
Thank you.
I leave the sister alone, man, but you didn't add, you add Usher, but you didn't add Beecher.
Oh, I didn't know about that one.
Yeah, Archbishop Beecher. Okay. Him and Usher together is 6, the one with that 6,000 year creation mess.
Right.
And it's so crazy because modern man is just been in the last. I mean, there was no writing 10,000 years ago.
Right, right.
You know, we just started scratching on paper, on bricks and bellies of animals that we killed and ate, and you know, we used the belly skin to write on. And that's been in the last 10,000 years. So modern man, if you want to make an argument for modern man and civilization, you can give it 6,000 years. But even that is, you couldn't find that in the Bible.
Right.
Back that up, man.
Right.
People don't know about epoch.
Right.
They don't know.
Right.
They have no idea. They have no clue because they wasn't taught. They wasn't taught about epoch.
Right.
But I'm gonna do something very special. Just like I studied the Abaya, the ancient Hebrew.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go ahead and study the Masoretic too.
Copy. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead.
Why
and
not?
study.
Right. We're supposed to study all things, right? And
right.
And also, you know, we're supposed to weigh all things.
Right.
So that doesn't mean that you say like, okay, this book, the Bible says to weigh things, right? That means that even when you read the Bible, you are allowed to have questions. You are allowed to test it by, you know what I'm saying, your knowledge, but you know, other evidence or other writings or other texts, you know. So we're not always, you know, like we're not like Quranic studies or Muslims on how they look at the book and they just say, oh, even though the Quran has pieces that were freaking like, you know, some old books that were, you know what I'm saying, tossed into the freaking daggone Nile River, you know what I'm saying, they turn around and say, oh no, this is the Quran. This is, you know what I'm saying, and it doesn't have any flaws and it's never been retranslated or whatever, which is absolute propaganda. However, the way they look at the book is not the way that Israelites look at the text. We looked at the spiritual meaning behind it. The book itself, you know what I'm saying, has man's hands in it, and it's carnal. It's a physical thing. Right. So we use that as a tool to study, to write, to record, to read into the prophecies and you know, all of these texts. And we are supposed to weigh it. We're supposed to try it by fire.
Yeah. Peep this, man.
Yeah.
Peep this. So correct. Brother Lie is at his old tricks. So
with that.
I'm back in my stomping grounds because, you know, he told me that it was all right for Morpheus to mislead the people into thinking that he's reading Hebrew because I don't even know Hebrew either. But the point is, I never said I knew Masoretic Hebrew.
Right.
I never made that confession.
Copy.
So, you know, I thought that was, Sal wouldn't let me respond that day. And I just had to go ahead on and accept that.
What, in the debate itself? Not because I watched the debate. I watched 2 rounds and I was like, oh, it's over. And I you know what I'm saying? I already said it. I told everybody was blunt mind blow. I was like, no, Apostle put his foot on that boy.
Yeah.
Because when I came in, you were actually pointing out the flaws in his argument, and you're pointing out real things about how to study the scriptures and how to, you know what I'm saying? And he's trying to do all of these little side steps and, you know what I'm saying, and shifting the burdens and, you know what I'm saying, straw man arguments and think that is scholarly debating. I object. You would lose in court, bro, trying to represent that. That's why these cats would not be able to do it.
The biggest phrase he kept talking about the Hebrew Bible. And I'm looking around talking about what the hell is he talking about? The Hebrew, the Septuagint?
Yeah.
The Tanakh?
He'll throw
the Tanakh doesn't say anything different than what the King James say.
Right.
So I'm trying to figure out what the hell but then he's saying, then still that didn't stop him from going into the New Testament when he said he's going to make his point completely on the Hebrew Bible, the Old Testament.
Mm-hmm.
And I sat back and say, this dude, I mean, he's lying to the people. The scripture that Isaiah 7:14.
Right.
I understand. He looked at he looked at the natural.
Right.
But he did not see the spiritual message.
Right.
And that's what Matthew is picking up. If I didn't read in Matthew that they should call his name Emmanuel,
right,
he would have a point. But people act like I didn't read that.
Right.
People act like I didn't read Isaiah 61 and show that he don't know what the hell he talking about. People act like I didn't read 2 Samuel.
Right.
Even in Daniel, when he was talking about the temple, how is Christ going to build a temple? And he's standing there looking at it. It exists in this day.
All right, Apostle.
Yes, sir.
I got to ask you a question, brother.
I knew it.
How come? Yeah, you better know it. How come?
Your boy.
How come? No, I'm not talking about him. I'm asking you my own question. How come Israelites such as you, Easy Bands, damn near a lot of you come on the channel, don't matter, y'all all the same shit. Don't matter. Christian, Hebrew, y'all the same shit. And so how come y'all dudes never admit when you're wrong, even when you read the Bible? And this is why when we show you word for word, and this is why the people don't respect the book, because the way y'all try to justify God, like y'all need to defend God. Like when God say, thy Lord will put an evil spirit of delusion on all thy prophets. And when we bring that to y'all, y'all make excuses for that. Y'all say, no, you don't understand what he did because he was wrong. The dude that God put the delusion on, he was already disagreeing with God. But how come y'all don't understand reality and deal with facts and say, God don't pose to deal with that? Why don't he send spirits of goodness to make them see the truth? Instead of every time he interfere with human life, it always got to be evil that he does. Why is that, Apostle? Let's hear what you got to say. And remember, the people are listening to you right now.
Yeah. If you choose to do evil, God is only going to allow you to do evil because that's what you choose to do. He's not going to stop you. God has never stopped anybody from doing. He didn't stop Adam and Eve.
I need you to stop. Just follow my lead. That's not what I asked you.
What I'm saying.
That's because you're going to calm down for a minute. Hold on, Apostle. Hold on. That's not what I'm asking you. I'm saying, why does God get to play with these words when he tells us this is evil? Don't do this. But God can be a liar. God can send down delusions. God can do all of these deceitful things. But when we bring it to you, You say, no, that was not evil. God didn't lie. And we're showing it to you in the book. You still say, no, God didn't lie. That's what
God
I'm
didn't lie, sir.
See?
He didn't. God did not lie.
Instead
He
of
did
you saying, well,
exactly what he
God
said.
can do anything he want to do.
He can't.
Evil.
He did exactly what he said he's going to do.
All right, watch
He
this.
did not lie.
Watch this, Apostle. Is God against homosexuality?
Yes.
Why would God harden the heart of two women that's lesbians? Instead of saying, you know what, I'm against that. Let me send a nice spirit down to take that away from them and take that out of their heart. Why not do that, God? Because you are against homosexuality. So why would you condone homosexuality by hardening the woman's heart? What if she say, wake up one morning and say, you know what? I don't want to do this no more. I want a family. She can't because her heart is already hardened. You don't think that's evil of God to do, Apostle? Watch you say no, y'all.
No.
So is God really against homosexuality?
Yes, he is. And he's going to judge them in it.
How? When he created it.
He didn't create it. You created it. Secretly.
Let me ask
you
you,
for homosexuality.
Is homosexuality evil, Apostle?
Yes, it is.
Who created evil, Apostle?
God created evil. So what? But you don't have to do evil.
Grand
I don't
opening.
do evil.
Grand
I'm not a homosexual.
Grand.
Okay. She does. Is there a God? Is there a God?
You asking me this?
Yeah.
No.
Well, how in the hell can he make somebody do something? If
I'm talking about.
Yeah, I thought you was God.
You gotta let me answer the question like you always say.
You did no. That's how you do me.
I'm talking about the Bible God.
I'm talking about the Bible God.
Okay.
You said there's no Bible God. Because the Bible God, in the Bible, he said he hates evil.
Brother,
but you say you're God. Do you hate
yes.
evil? Do you hate evil?
Hell yeah.
Huh?
I don't agree with evil.
Okay. So what you going to do with people that do evil things to your family? What you going to do with them? If somebody did something evil to your children, what are you going to do? You're going to send down a good spirit on them? You're going to go into jail and talk to them and forgive them? Is that what you're going to do, God? Because I don't need a God like that. I need a God that's going to defend me. But people, when corrupt people, evil people rise up against me.
So do you
need a God like you.
Growing up, Apostle?
Say what?
So can you at least admit it that God created homosexuality?
No, man, that's an act of man. God cannot create acts. He can only tell you, don't do this. Don't do this.
All right, Apostle.
It's up to you to choose.
Apostle.
That's an ignorant ass statement.
All right.
For you to say that God created homosexuality.
Apostle.
That's it. I'm being, you know what? I'm going to stop being strict with you.
Right, Apostle. Didn't the Most High say, I create good and I create evil? And then he went on to say,
I do all these things.
I, the Lord, do all these things.
All these things.
Do that mean somebody else can do it? If the Lord took credit, be quiet, hold on. If the Lord took credit for doing all the evil on the planet, why are you saying man did it? When the Lord, you don't believe in your God now? The Lord said, I, the Lord, do all these things, Apostle.
That's right.
So you don't believe him when he say that?
Yeah, I believe the word said that.
Did man create homosexuality evil, or did God create homosexuality that's evil? Come on.
Homosexuality is evil.
All right. So did man create it, or did God create it?
God created the idea of evil by saying he's against it.
Show me when he created the idea. Show me where it says that.
He said, don't do it.
Do it say he created the idea?
It doesn't matter. That's when he said, if I say, this is my house, don't smoke in my house, and then you come in my house and you smoke in my house, and I take foot and put it up your behind and kick you out of my house, did I righteously remove you from my house?
I want you to know you got Brother Lie here. You said you got.
I'm glad he's here because I'm challenging Brother Lie to a debate. I'm challenging Brother Lie to a debate where we had a discussion or why. Let me think what that debate is, because I'm not going to let him walk away with him talking about, I don't know Hebrew. I never said I did. I didn't act like I was reading.
But Morpheus never said he know Hebrew.
Say what?
Morpheus never said he know Hebrew.
He read it in a debate.
But he didn't say he know Hebrew. He was just reading something.
No, he was reading Hebrew. I'm studying Hebrew now. He said, I know Hebrew now. He lied. Again, Morpheus has no problem lying.
Apostle, you know Abaya?
I've studied Abaya, right? I'm studying Abaya, right?
Yeah, but that's...
And when I read Abaya, and when I read it, I'm not faking. I'm not misleading people.
You know why you faking? Because that don't exist.
Okay, it does exist.
Okay.
I can communicate with Tazoyak with it. Every time I greet my brother Barakathon, Barak Shalom, I know what he's saying. He know what I'm saying. We are communicating.
All right, here go Brother Lie. He stepped up. He ain't got no fear in his heart.
Brother Lie, I'm challenging you to a debate. We got to get it in before July.
Woo, all call outs are mandatory.
You sitting there running your damn mouth too much.
Oh.
Because I don't even look at you as a Muslim anyway. You fake ass Muslim.
Don't do that. He a real Muslim, brother.
No, he a fake Muslim that condones lying. He is a fake Muslim that condones lying.
Nah, he ain't no fake Muslim.
No. He's a fake Muslim.
Oh man,
he doesn't stand on the principles.
Apostle, you made him run. Apostle, you made him run, man. God damn, Apostle. Can't be that hard on the brother, man.
I said to myself after that, I'm gonna stop taking. I'm just gonna say what God say. I gotta say what God say. And I'm not soft in nothing. I'm not smooth in it. I'm giving it to you raw for now on, because y'all got no problems disrespecting the apostle. You got no problems doing it. Okay? So fine. We can go fire with fire. We can do that.
You made him run and leave, bro. As soon as you said you wanted to call him out, he got up out of here.
Had the nerve to get up there and say, it's all right if Morpheus lying about.
So you speak
because you don't know Hebrew either.
So Apostle,
I never said I did.
Oh, okay.
I never said I did. I never said I know the Masoretic. I always say I don't read the Masoretic. I don't study the Masoretic. I don't know the Masoretic. That's them small head. That's their read. That's their words. Why would I study what they do? Why?
Yo, I think you probably made him cry a little bit because I seen him holding his head down and he was covering his eyes. So you probably got him ordered up his eyes. Brother Lie. Damn, man. Can't.
Yeah. Tell him to study up on the temple, because he took Morpheus. He said Morpheus is correct. Christ is going to rebuild the temple. But when Christ came, the temple already existed.
Hey, Nepal coming in here defending you. Nepal said, yo, Paul said, apostle speaking up for himself. He isn't the village clown like some try to make him. There you go. There you go.
She said what?
It's right there. Apostle speaking up for himself. He isn't the village clown like some try to make him.
You started that, son.
No, I didn't start it. I just be beating your head up with the truth, and you can't take the truth. Like, for example, all right, watch this. I'm gonna stay on this. Like, for example, everybody when they see this, they're gonna say, damn, what's wrong with him? Like, when God say, I create good and I create evil, I, the Lord God, do all these things, all of it. He ain't say man can do something. He ain't say man can create. God alone is the creator of everything. Man ain't create a goddamn thing. Whatever man created, or whatever man tried to create, you can best to believe it was already here. He's using all the stuff that was already here. He ain't create nothing. So what I'm saying to you, brother, God created homosexuality, which is evil. And you don't need to defend God with that. He gave you another example.
Idiotic.
He gave you another
God
example.
created fools too.
He gave you another example. He said, is it evil in the city and the Lord have not done it? So he's showing you again, apostle, the evil that you see in the city, he's taking responsibility for that. He said, I did this, not man. Is there evil in the city?
He's a powerful God.
Right. Is there evil in the city and the Lord have not done it? But you want to take the power away from him and give it to man and say, no, man created that. God didn't do it. Man did it. See? You know why? Because you know homosexuality is evil and you don't want to admit that your God created that evil. Am I right or wrong, brother?
God created murder too, huh? So when a man takes a gun and come and blow your brains out, God did that. Not that man. God did that. So when they come in there and assault your home, you just remember, God did that.
That's what y'all say.
No, that's what you say.
No, brother.
No, that's what you say.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You saying that's what God do.
Right.
So I'm saying when it happens, blame God.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
You know why?
God did it.
Let me tell you why.
Just give me, get it.
Let me tell you why. When the planes went into the World Trade Center, y'all didn't say man did that. You said God took down the World Trade Center. When people die on the street, you say God killed that man. He spoke against God and God killed him. When bullets hitting them people in the street, you say, yeah, God did that. God took them out. That's what y'all say, brother. That's not what I say. I'm only repeating what y'all say. I'm throwing it back on you. Like you act like there has never been Hebrew Israelites who died. But when Hebrew Israelites pass away, y'all don't say, yeah, God took that nigga out. You just go to a goddamn funeral. But when somebody else die and other people die in the community, y'all say, yeah, God killed that nigga. Am I right or wrong on that, apostle? Why you can't keep it real?
I don't say that.
I didn't say you.
I got better sense to say that.
I didn't say you said it.
I don't say that.
Yeah, because everybody dances away, brother.
And the Bible don't say that.
I know.
A man died. That means God did it. No, God allowed it. But everybody going to die.
Exactly.
Even a tree.
All right, brother.
Ain't nothing God created.
Brother Lau wiped his face. He wiped his tears. He's back, brother.
When we going to debate, man? That's all I want to know. When we going to debate?
I love this brother, man.
That's all I want to know.
With him.
Stand up, be a man, and stand up, nigga. Because right now, I'm cutting your throat off. I'm cutting your head off.
Damn.
I'm going to cut you down to your toes. Ain't nothing of you is going to survive. That's right. That's right, brother Lie. Come on.
Bless your heart, Elder. Bless your heart.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if you be saying that when we debate. Stop the ducking. Stop the dodging. Be a man. Stand up. At least Morpheus stood up.
Apostle, let him talk.
I have no ducking, no dodging, none of the above. I was just chiming in to say to sa.neter, thank you for being honest.
Yes.
That's all.
Yes, sir.
That's all.
So was he being honest before?
No, he wasn't.
Oh, he wasn't. He was a liar like you before.
What did I lie about?
What did you lie about? What did you lie about?
What did I lie about?
Did you excuse Morpheus' behavior for pretending like he was reading Hebrew and told me that it doesn't matter because you don't know Hebrew neither? Did you not say that to me? Like that's an excuse.
Who don't know Hebrew?
You said, I don't know Hebrew. You said, I don't know Hebrew.
You know the Abaya.
It doesn't matter what I know. You said, I don't. The problem, I never said I did know the Masoretic. See, I never said I know the Masoretic. So I didn't lie because I never claimed to know
it. The Masoretic don't exist though, Apostle. You keep saying that.
The Masoretic is, which means it don't exist. What the hell are you talking about? You got over 7 million people in Israel today.
Apostle, what I'm going to say to you is this. Apostle, what I'm going to say to you is this. What I'm going to say to you is this. And I know Morpheus probably going to get a little bit upset by me explaining this to you. But before the debate, I heard you mention something thereafter the debate, numerous occasions and numerous times how he was going to call Xion Lex. I don't know if sa.neter told you,
but I call Xion Lex for?
This is what you said on a couple
Xion Lex number.
This is what you said on a couple of live streams. And
what
people in the chat say, they will confirm me. This is what you said. I'm gonna call Xion Lex to come on there. I'm gonna do a show with him. I'm gonna do this and that. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that.
No. I said that one day, kidding, laughing, and I never said it again. I never said it again. I said, you heard me. Now you lying by saying several occasions. I said that once, jokingly, laughing while I said it. Because that's what Reggie did to me. Okay, even though I never said I could speak the Masoretic. Reggie said, ask Xion, will he check will he listen to me speak Hebrew and check me if I'm doing it right or not?
Okay.
Now, that's the reason why I said what I said.
All right, pass the mic.
Because I'm going to pass the mic because, first of all, I never said I speak the Masoretic. So I don't know what he asking Xion to check me on or not. But if Reggie could do that, I said then Reggie can check Morpheus. Then Xion can check Morpheus.
Pass the smoke.
Brother, just let me finish.
You don't know how to do that, bro. If
That's all I want.
sa.neter, respectfully let the elder speak. I don't want to interrupt.
I ain't got nothing else to say.
Get back to my man.
I ain't got nothing else to say.
I want to get back to Xion.
I ain't got nothing else to say. I wanted to clear that up. That's all. You know, sa.neter on another alternative. But he didn't say he was going to stop doing this bullshit. But he ain't stopping because he can't help himself.
Hey, Xion, you still there? All right, Xion probably.
I'm right here.
What do you make of all this that you hear? Apostle calling out Brother Lai and everybody. He want the Muslim smoke now.
You know, I think Locke, you know, I don't know how, you know, how his dean, you know, saying Rock, whether he would actually be permitted, you know, from his religious perspective to even engage in such a conversation with an elder.
Well, I got a good topic for him because
I would love to see it. I would love to see it.
Let me tell you, he keeps saying that Jesus and Esau are not the same teachings. They teach different. Jesus and Esau.
Right, Esau.
Right.
Esau. Esau is different from Esau.
Right.
Esau.
I would
Esau
agree.
is different from Esau.
I believe that there's like, so that the whole idea of, you know what I'm saying, Christ, when you talk about how they discuss in the language of the Bible, they discussed an antichrist, because back in those days they took stuff and then the people would invert it and turn it into something bad, right? So the same way Paul was on the island of Patmos, he was like, yo, what are these guys doing? What are these Roman cats doing? What is this? This is not what we taught. This is not what Christ taught. And so there was that language of antichrist. And I would say that, yes, it's the same antichrist in the Quran.
I'm going to say Esau. Thanks, Paul. It's Esau, not Esau.
Right.
Exactly.
So you couldn't thank me when I said it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
You couldn't thank me when I said it.
No.
And every time he come on the air, he's saying Esau. And I'm like, he's not Esau. What is he talking about?
Hey, Apostle, I got another question for you. I already cut you on one.
I just wanted to get clear. I have a statement that I wanted to finish.
Go ahead.
In regards to you speaking about Xion, I just wanted to get clarity. Are you speaking about Xion Warchild, or are you speaking about Xion Lex when you mention Zion's name?
Oh, he's speaking about Zion Lex.
Zion Lex.
Zion Warchild don't know Hebrew.
I'm not proficient in Hebrew.
Reggie was talking about Zion Lex.
Okay.
So that's who I was talking about. Zion Lex.
I'm surprised that sa.neter didn't inform you that Zion Lex is a very good friend of mine as well.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't care. But Zion
I'm
Lex
going to
stands
say
on the
to you
truth.
is this, and this is going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back. I said to Morpheus I wasn't going to say this, and Zion's probably going to be quiet about this as well. But Morpheus has been studying Hebrew for the last 6+ months with Zion's teacher.
Ooh.
With Zion's
You gave that up, man.
With Zion's teacher. Well, okay.
So on that, I'm going to reiterate once again. I understand the premise of when sa.neter tried to use myself as well as Reggie as pawns towards a debate, using you, and I say this wallahi in the most respectful way, as being a court gesture of the HOK.
So we can get the first
he walked you into the lion's den and let you get slaughtered.
Hold on, brother Law. Brother Law, are you
say?
Apostle up?
What did you say? It's getting spicy in here.
Are you saying I set Apostle up knowing that Morpheus was going to slaughter him, brother?
What I'm saying to you, sa.neter, and what I'm going to say to Apostle while we're on the line, you got the camera on me. You knew fair and well what was going to happen. But what you did was you drew the narrative with myself and Reggie, knowing that we were cool, that we have an alliance of a friendship together. You catapulted off of that and used that towards your advantage to draw a narrative for a debate. And I'm not knocking however you did it. At the end of the point, when I seen it was going too far, I said, listen, do not use me as a pawn for whatever you want to do. Reggie got no problem with it. I have a problem with it because I'm not giving no information towards Morpheus. Morpheus has his own agenda. This is what Morpheus wants to do. Wallahi, I said from the beginning, I'm not feeding him nothing in regards to this debate that's about to happen. Nothing at all.
I believe you did.
All right, hold on, Apostle. All right, brother Law, being that you being honest here, I got to say, Apostle Zaquan is right. You did lie. And what I mean by that is, let me tell you how you lied. You said Apostle won without saying he won.
That's right.
You said he won.
That's right.
You use the words he won. Because Apostle asked you straight up. He said, did Morpheus prove that Jesus was a liar? You said no. I'm only rolling with him because he's my brother. So I'm paraphrasing.
He's my friend.
He's my
grew
friend.
Up together.
So basically, you said Apostle won, brother, without saying he won. You said it.
No, what I said was,
again, hold on. Did he prove that Jesus was a liar, Brother La?
under the pretense of what the debate was structured on.
Debate? No. There is no pretense.
That's what I've been saying from day one.
You are trying to cop out. There is no pretense other than the fact that Christ lied or he didn't lie. That's the only pretense. There's no other pretense. Either Christ lied, or he didn't. That's the pretense. Not based on that, not based on this, not based on nothing.
So are you taking that back, Brother La?
Based on your belief in the Messiah. Did he lie? Did the Messiah lie? You said no.
Did Esau lie?
Now you're trying to hide behind the Torah.
Hold on, Apostle.
But guess what?
Hold on, Apostle. Let's get Brother La back up here. Did Esau lie, Brother La?
Once again, I'm going to reiterate saying what I've been saying from the beginning. Under the premise of what the debate was structured under, this was more so structured directly on what the Torah presented. Nothing more.
That's not what you said, though, brother. Now you're taking all that back now, bro. Because you know
I'm not taking nothing back.
Brother La, you know you fumbled, brother. You know that. You know you fumbled.
Yeah.
You, brother, Morpheus probably got on you, bro.
You are lying. We can have that same debate. We can have that same, me and you can have that same debate. Me and you can have that same debate, whether Christ lied or not. Because the Torah, what verse in the Torah shows that Christ lied? Give me a verse in the Torah that shows Christ to be a liar.
Apostle.
And when you say Torah, I'm talking the first 5 books. That's Torah.
Apostle.
What verse in Torah shows Christ to be a liar?
Apostle.
Can you do that?
What I'm going to say
if you can't do that, if you can't do that, man, I'm telling you, keep your mouth shut, because judgment is coming on you. If you think you saying Morpheus proved that the Messiah is a liar, judgment is coming upon you. You fake ass Muslim.
There you guys.
Wow. Really, Apostle?
Really? I'm serious. As apostle of Jesus Christ and a devout follower of the Most High God.
Run over here.
Apostle Elder, it's just about the information. But what you feel
I'm not angry with you, brother.
No,
I'm standing on a principle.
I know that you're not angry
on principle that you claim to be a Muslim.
All right.
But you sit up here and lie.
All right. Hold on, Apostle. You asking Brother La to show you in the Torah where God lied. I can show you. You don't want me. Look how you put your head down when I said I can show you.
Hold on. Apostle.
I said Christ. I didn't say God.
No, the topic
is who I'm talking about.
The topic is Christ and God, brother. It's not just Christ.
No, it's Christ. And I never mentioned God. Is Christ a fraud? Is Christ a liar?
Well, God, it says, is God a fraud and Christ a liar? I can show you where
the topic didn't say that.
I'm telling you, man, I can show you where God is a fraud in Torah.
That's not subject of the topic of the debate.
If you wasn't scared, you would have been saying, where at?
Brother, and God didn't lie. But I'm not putting God in it because God had nothing to do with the topic.
Okay. God did have something to do with it. Oh, no, he didn't. No, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
God was a liar and Jesus a fraud. Yeah, something like that.
Right. Is Jesus a lie? Is Jesus a fraud?
Well, I can tell you where God was a liar and God was a fraud in the first 5 books. Challenge me. Say where.
Look, man, you're going to break up with your friend. Keep doing that because you're breaking that line that he stood up and said. He ain't going to be friends with nobody.
Look how I got you.
That's lying on his God.
I got you now, brother.
I'm just letting you know you walk in that line and you don't want to do that.
No, I don't want to do that. You my brother.
No, you don't want to do that.
You my buddy, man. My buddy, man.
That's right. That's your brother. You don't want to do that. That's your brother.
Yeah. Why are you clapping? Yo, brother La, why are you clapping, man? Brother La, funny.
Come on, let's set up the debate. If we don't set the debate up, I got no respect for you.
Oh, man. Brother La, you going to accept this challenge? What about a discussion? It ain't got to be a debate. What about a open discussion?
No. I mean, we're having a discussion now, Apostle. Whether you have respect for me, you don't. I'm still
don't matter. Okay, fine.
Apostle,
I understand that don't matter because you're fake anyway. You're fake. Okay. You're fake because the fact that somebody doesn't respect me based on my belief, I would have to do something about that.
I never stated that. I never stated that at all.
You said I don't have to respect you. So, and I understand that. You ain't real anyway. You fugazi. You ain't real.
Revelation X.
You're fugazi.
Hey, let me ask you a question, Apostle. Here you go.
Now talk to X. He's been up here.
X is not here.
Talk to Revelation X.
Not here. Damn, you be scared of me now, man.
I'm not scared of you, son. I'm tired of this, man. I'm tired of it. I've been through this with you, man.
All right. I just want to ask you about Adam and Eve. Was Adam and Eve ignorant in the garden before they ate the fruit?
No.
So you saying they were knowledgeable already?
He was able to name all the animals.
All right. I'm all right. That's not what I'm asking you. That's all he was able to do because the Most High put that there in him. But was he knowledgeable before they ate the fruit?
Yes.
You gonna sit there and say yes, they was, brother?
Yeah, he could comprehend. He could understand.
I don't believe
just let the woman deceive him.
See, this is what I'm talking about, Apostle. This is why the people
look. No, son.
You man.
You got your opinion.
No, it's
I got my opinion. Just because they different, that doesn't make something wrong with me.
Pull it up and read it, brother. Just pull it up and read it.
I ain't pulling nothing up. Just because I believe different than you. That don't make it something wrong with me.
From the beginning.
If people can't be my friend based on what I believe,
hey Zion,
and my testimony, that's fine.
Your friend.
Hold on, man. Hey Zion.
Yeah.
Was Adam and Eve knowledgeable before they ate the fruit?
I don't think so. It's talking about innocence. I don't think that they
were they ignorant.
They were ignorant. I think that that's what the whole meaning of that is.
Thank you, man, because they ate the fruit.
They were Adam was created with a brilliant mind.
All right.
There's things he did not know.
All right, I got you. Did Adam and Eve knew that they were naked before they ate the fruit?
No.
We all know they didn't know that.
All right, but you said that they were knowledgeable.
They were. I said they had a brilliant mind. But there was things.
They have a brilliant mind and don't know that they butt naked in the garden.
Because it didn't matter. That wasn't a thing or a stigma at the time. They didn't see themselves as being naked. That's what the scriptures say.
Because they had no knowledge of it, Apostle.
Brother, they had other knowledge though.
That's why you should get this book. I don't know if y'all will be able to see this because you know how my screen is.
So let me ask you. I see that. We always see that. So let me ask you, Apostle. Why didn't God, Yahweh, warn them about the serpent? He told them about the tree of good and knowledge, but he never told them about the serpent who God created, who posed to be what? Wicked and evil. So if God created a serpent and he got him in the garden and he created and put Adam and Eve in the garden and left, why didn't he warn them about the serpent?
Oh my God, this is crazy. You know what, Si?
What?
I'm an intelligent guy.
Yes, you are.
Do I know everything?
I'm just asking you.
No, I'm
You don't
asking
know nothing,
you.
but you always give me your opinion.
Stop.
Huh?
I am an educated, college degree,
Okay, but
street knowledge. Listen to me. Street knowledge. I'm intelligent. But do I know everything?
No.
Are there things out here I don't know about?
You know everything about the Bible, though.
I know what I know about the Bible.
You know everything about the Bible.
I know what I know about the Bible.
Can you answer that question?
There's things I read yet in the Bible. For whatever reason, God has not opened my mind to it yet. That has happened all the time.
Let me ask you this.
I use the demonstration.
Apostle, let me ask you this. Did the serpent eat the fruit?
Not that I know of.
So how would he know it to open up your eyes if he never ate it?
Who?
The serpent. How would he know that it will not surely kill you?
I didn't say he didn't eat of the fruit.
That's
I said I don't know.
Well, evidently he had to eat the fruit, right? If you're dealing with realismism, evidently the serpent had to take a piece of that fruit, right? A long time ago before Adam and Eve got there, right?
That was for Adam and Eve. That had
Right.
nothing to do with the serpent.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. The serpent had to take the fruit because that's how he knew that God was lying.
So did you read that in the Bible?
I don't need to read it in the Bible. It's common
sense. That's what's different.
It's common
from you.
Everything I got finished.
I don't have to do that.
You ain't ready for me, man.
I don't add to the Bible.
You ain't ready. Yes, you
if
do.
It ain't read, if it ain't there,
yes, you do, brother.
I don't add words
that's
to the Bible.
Lie. Now everybody know that's a lie. Everybody know that's a lie.
That's right. But you do it anyway.
Wow.
You know that, and you do it anyway. You add to it.
Hey, brother Xion, is it a possibility that the serpent could have had the apple before Adam and Eve because he knew exactly everything?
How did you know it's an apple?
Hold on, only if you're reading in the dead letter. This is everything that I just got finished talking about. We just totally freaking daggone went over. It ain't even about that. We don't even know the snake in the garden. We're going to take it literal, or we're going to actually find.
I don't believe there was a snake in the garden.
Symbolism.
Oh, so you don't agree with the Bible?
I believe there was a reptilian. I believe there was a serpent.
Objection.
What is the serpent?
Do I take everything in the Bible literally?
What is the serpent?
I believe it was a different type of being.
I don't think
that wasn't flesh and blood. But then again, I believe
Is
it was
it a
made
possibility that the serpent could have been Jesus?
No.
Objection.
The Bible don't say that. That's added to the scripture. In order to believe that, you have to add to the text.
Right.
Don't they say that the serpent was the light?
So no, it says,
wasn't Christ the light?
Says Lucifer.
Wasn't Christ the light bearer?
No. Lucifer's
Christ wasn't the light?
He takes his office.
Hold on. Christ was not the light, brother?
Christ is the light, but it's not the light bearer.
But guess who they called the light as well? The serpent.
They called him the light bearer.
The serpent I'm talking about.
Right. They called the serpent the light bearer.
What's the difference?
That's before his fall.
What's the difference?
Different is he wasn't corrupt, and then he became corrupt. That's the difference.
Ooh.
And when he became corrupt, his name was no longer Lucifer.
Can we get the conversation going a little bit more direction?
What is the big
downstairs?
He can't help himself.
Hold on, yeah. What's up, man?
Nepal said, beautiful GO1 and Dead Blacks want to ask them could they come on the panel.
Who?
Beautiful GO1 and Dead Blacks at Harris Duncan. It says Suntan asked sa.neter to let them on the panel.
I don't know who the hell they are. Who are they? Let them come hit the link.
You heard that. Hit the link.
sa.neter, what I'm
We ain't getting no roster talk. We lost Revelation X. We lost everybody.
It's me. I'm on the panel. I can't believe you let me on, sa.neter. Wow, this is amazing.
You're the best Hebrew teacher. Why wouldn't I let you on? Come on, man.
You be talking mess when we're private, so I want to get in this conversation publicly. Every time we're private, everybody, he says, come on, let's start a live right now. I want to show people. So I had to, peace, everybody.
That sounds like you.
Yep, I'm shocked you let me up here. Okay, so ask me the question.
Yeah.
Is it a possibility, Nepal, that the serpent could have ate the apple, the fruit, way before Adam and Eve was created? And that's why he knows. That's why he knows what will happen when you eat the fruit.
Okay, I thought you were. I thought you were doing the Bible, like according to the text.
No, I'm just asking that first.
The serpent already had the knowledge. The serpent was a part of the Elohim.
I'll get the fruit.
Because the serpent, as a part of the Elohim, created everything, and the knowledge. The tree is symbolic of the knowledge of good and evil.
Right. Of good and evil, nothing else.
Okay.
But good and evil.
So when you say the Elohim created everything, right?
The Elohim, the council of the Elohim created everything.
When you say created everything, what do you mean by that? Created everything.
According to the book, created this world, this realm that we live in, everything, the earth, the galaxies, the universes, everything.
Okay. So when Yahweh says that he is the creator of all things and he have no partners, he don't associate or affiliate with any partners, that he is the creator of all things, are you saying that Yahweh lied to us when he said that?
No, the understanding is there's only one power. Everything goes back to the root. Everything is the Most High. That's according to Scripture. That's according to Scripture. Even you, even you, continuously refer to a story where the Most High sends spirits out. You love to say the Most High sent a lying spirit, y'all. So, and you blame the Most High for it. You call the Most High a liar. You do. You use that.
The Most High condone lies.
No, yes. So you blame the Most High, but you use the Scripture, so you know better that the Most High delegates, in a sense, sends spirits out, but everything is through the Most High. So the answer is yes. The Most High created through the counsel of the Elohim, just like you use the story to reference that. So you should be able to understand that.
Okay, so let me ask you now. You're saying, who are the Elohim? Are they different? Who are they?
The Elohim are
judges.
Yes, they're governors, magistrates, judges, and they are the creators in that story. They're an extension of the one power, which we will say the Most High.
Are they different gods?
They are a council of different spiritual beings. Yes.
So God was lying when God said he don't have no partners.
He doesn't.
Nobody calls. So you're adding the word partner. You're not.
That's what it says in the Bible.
No, you're adding the word partner. No. You're adding the word partner. Nobody said partner. Honey. Soften the blow a little bit with the honey on the end of it. You're adding the word partner. Peace, brother-in-law. Peace to you and your queen. Peace to Apostle Xion. Yeah, so the word partner isn't in there. They are, and also Elohim. People who read the story, they say, okay, those aren't spirits. Those were rulers, judges, magistrates. Yeah. So they're the top of the top in that story. So they already had the knowledge. Where'd he go? This was getting fun. You don't know what I have to deal with.
He wanted to get the scripture.
Okay. Every time he's talking to me, he's like, I'm so much better than you in the Bible now. I don't want to embarrass you. I said, okay, let's go live.
This is why I don't like doing this with Nepal. I don't like doing this with her live. I don't like doing it with her live. And that's why I'm being easy, because I don't really want to beat her up like that.
Oh, really?
I don't do that. Me and her get the swinging blows when we live by ourselves. I don't do this, but sometimes I have to come out and bring the belt, pull the belt off me. And so hold up. Let me go to here right quick.
All right.
Can you read Isaiah 45 verse 5 for me, please?
I am the Lord, and there is no other. Besides me there is no God. I will gird you, though you have not known me.
Okay.
Can you read that again for me, please?
I am the Lord, and there is no other. Besides me there is no God. I will gird you, though you have not known me.
I am the Lord, and there's no other beside me.
She was right.
Again, hold on. See, y'all can say what y'all want out your mouth, but the Lord says, I am the Lord, and there's no other beside me. Hold on, let me finish. Can you read Isaiah 44 verse 1 for me, please?
Now listen, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen.
Hold up. Can you read Isaiah 44 verse 1? I don't know if I got the right scripture, but I hope I do.
I hope so too.
Now listen, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen.
Okay, hold up. Can you read Deuteronomy 6 verse 4?
Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one.
Can you read that one more time?
Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one.
The Lord our God, the Lord is one. I'm going to let you go now, Nepal. Anything else you say is just going to contradict what the scriptures say. And all you're going to do is add on to it. And then I'm going to pull up the scripture where it says, don't add to the Bible. Now, be careful. Be careful. Go ahead.
I haven't heard the word partner, son. What is the word partner?
Thank you. Yes. And I
you heard him. Hold up.
No, he didn't use the word partner.
Can you read Isaiah 45 verse 1?
Thus says the Lord to his anointed, to Cyrus, whose right hand I have held, to subdue nations before him and loose the armor of kings.
Can you read Isaiah 45 verse 5?
I am the Lord, and there is no other. Besides me there is no God. I will gird you, though you have not known me.
All right, so right there, you ain't got to use the word.
No. If you say partner, it didn't say she.
It's right there saying the same thing. He don't have no damn partner.
I'm waiting to respond.
All right, go ahead,
I hate
He's
to do
scared.
that, man.
That's why you had to go back. Okay. As I said, this doesn't negate that scripture. There is only one power. There are extensions of different people, gods, whatever entities through that one power. Only the Most High works. People only work through the Most High. I will get to a scripture. It's in John chapter 10. Okay, we'll start at 30 because you need to understand, and this is fine. You know, it's not anything personal. I just want to show you are not ready. Christ says, I and my Father are one. So yes, we are one in God. That the stuff you pulled, you're cutting yourself with that. There's only one power, and it goes back to the Father. Christ says, he continues to say in 32, many good works I have shown you from my Father, sa.neter. You're not ready. He works, the Most High works through all of us. He says, many works I've shown you. He didn't say just me, I'm the partner. He says, through my Father. And then if we go to 34, when you said, oh, there's no gods in this, you're not ready because you don't understand the hierarchy. The Most High is the only power. There's only one power. That's the Shemai. 34, Christ says, is it not written in your law? I said, ye are gods. That's also Psalms 82, verse 6, sa.neter, if you want to go to the Tanakh. So there are gods. Christ said so. God says so. God says that he creates gods, which are the Elohim. Now I'm taking you right back to square one. The Elohim are created by the one almighty power, and the one power works through the Elohim. That is why you see in Isaiah, it says, I alone do all these things. Because I'm going to say it again. Christ said, I can do nothing. Let me get that one for you. I can do nothing without my Father. So that is what you can, I'm going to serve you that plate. Here you go. I cooked it up for you. Now you go ahead and respond to that.
Even the words I speak are my Father's words.
Exactly.
Uh-oh. Saw what you got.
I healed.
You healed or you healed?
And the reason I'm healing,
he said
I'm not going to do this to Nepal.
You
I'm not
can't
doing
do
it.
it, honey.
I
Honey,
know,
don't
you're
do
right.
that. That's an
I
insult.
can't do it.
You just
No, I
tried.
can't.
sa.neter, you won't be able to do it.
With some realismism, but you are a believer, and so I'm not going to be able to do that.
Scripture. Hey,
I'd rather not turn up. I'd rather not do that because you got it. You got it, baby.
No, this is what I said to you
Now,
when we
with
weren't
Apostle, I'll turn up on Apostle.
No, let me say this, everybody. This is the insult.
You gotta ask yourself why.
This is the insult. This is the
Ask
insult.
yourself why.
No, I
are you constantly doing that? Why are you constantly doing that?
Apostle.
Not you, Apostle, but any other man that's in here that's a Hebrew, I'll turn up on them. But I ain't gonna do that to the wall.
Listen, I want to speak. I want to speak, please. No, it's not about winning. I want to let everybody know that I'm up here, and for the record, you do not know the scriptures. I stopped teaching you in 2024 because you were being reckless, and now you are out roaming in the darkness from place to place. TikTok, Google.
I think you need to go back to your first love.
Oh, damn. Go ahead, Nepal.
All right. She's being
Nepal, tell him to return to his first love.
All right, Nepal being disrespectful. That's all she is. She's always disrespectful. And so that's why I don't like her to come up here when we teach. Because sometimes she really don't know what being disrespectful is. That's real shit, y'all. Because when I'll be like, yo, why you would get up there and I ain't disrespectful. Yes, the hell you are. Yes, the fucking hell you are. You getting up here telling these niggas that I'm just a dumb motherfucker. I'm just a dumbass nigga that need to go to TikTok. That's what the fuck you saying. So I'm not going to turn up. Let me fall back down because I do read the scriptures and I'll tear her ass up if I wanted to. But I'm not going to do that to her on this channel. I'm not going to do it. So I'll fall back and healed. Yeah. Simple as that. You won, Nepal. You the best. I'm a bigger man. Yeah, I know ain't no goddamn brainwashed Israelite believing in no goddamn God up in the sky. Gonna crack the sky can fuck with me. Y'all know that. Y'all know ain't no goddamn body that believe in woman came out of a man's rib and all that stupid shit. God walked on water. The a whale swallowed a man for 3 days and spit him back up. God told this man to go inside of his brother's wife, and because he pulled out, God cut him, slit his throat. All this old stupid shit. Y'all know I ain't gonna believe that nonsense, man. So I'll fall back and let her have that. So let's move on. Black Mill, what up, brother? Unmute yourself, Black Mill.
Take me off the big screen, son.
Yeah, yes, I'm blessed. All respect, Rastafari. I came in late. I didn't really see the presentation, but all respect to Brother Xion and Napa and all of y'all. But when I came in, what I was just speaking of was the whole aspect of Esau and Jacob and you know me, when I jump on the panel, even though sometimes you don't understand me, but I like to deal with the symbolism and the allegories in the book, which is still facts, but they are not the regular, conversation. For instance, Esau is, like most people know, the red man, right? Born of the flesh, according to the narrative of the book, and we have Jacob, which is born of the spirit. That's am I wrong or right, Apostle and Xion, man?
No,
because
right.
they right?
You're right. You're right.
You're right.
Yeah. And then Esau was supposed to get a blessing as the first child, right? And then Jacob got the blessing, if you remember. But
Right.
Jacob had to put on, like what they say, his mother wrapped him up in goat skin or something like that, according to the story, right? And then he went to his father, which is Isaac. Now, in the world of symbolism, I mean, for a little while, I mean, those who have been listening to me I've been jumping on the different panels doing that for a while. Esau and Esau, which is the prefix of Isaac, which is the father of Jacob, and Esau is Esau, which is the same Christ character in the Quran, Esau.
Right.
And then Esau now, which was supposed to get a blessing, which is the same Christ character. Esau, which is Esau with the E, it still sounds like Esau, which is the same Christ character, right? And Jacob had to put on Esau's, which is Christ's flesh, Esau's skin, because when he went to his father, Isaac, which is still a Esau, right? Isaac had to fill him up and say, hey, Jacob, you're feeling hairy, because according to the story, Esau was, of hairy skin. That's why we come with the whole red man thing, and we take it literal most times. But if you really take the story literal, because I'll give you one last thing, sir. Adam, in the book, you could type it up. I'm not just saying that. In the metaphysical realms, which is the symbolism again, is ready, R-U-D-D-Y, or red man, Adam, Adama, according to the Hebrew version, is red man. So it doesn't really mean red man according to the flesh. Red man of all of us as human beings, we are made of the blood. You're more blood, the red man. You are red man. All of us are red man because we put on that flesh, the bloody, the body. So Jacob, if you remember, Jacob is of the spirit, and he had to put on Esau's flesh or the goat skin, like they tell us. So that's like
Black
you
man.
get the symbolism.
All right. Hold on, because I gotta say this real quick, and it just came to me, right? Let me say this real quick. Nepal always saying that she taught me the Bible. Y'all know, people who've been following me for years, y'all know I've been dealing with the Bible on a goddamn street, knocking Hebrews upside their head for years. Did she show me some things in the Bible? Yes. But she ain't teach me everything in the Bible. You know how y'all can easily find that out? Because if she taught me all the stuff that's in the Bible, then how come we clash with each other when it comes to the Bible? That's showing you that I got my own understanding of the Bible, that I got my own teachings of the Bible. Because if she taught me, I would be saying the same thing that she says. And we wouldn't be having debates all the time. Y'all know, if she taught me the Bible, how come I pull out the stuff that she would never pull out? God is a liar. You heard her come in. She said, God is not a liar. Why are you saying God is a liar? Because he did this. So right there, that shows you. They all say the same thing. God is not a liar. When we know lying is evil. God said, I created evil. All these things. But they said, God is not a liar. Even when God himself say, I'm sending down a delusion on all you niggas. Remember my man Denzel Washington? When he said, I'm sending down something on all you niggas. When I finish with you, y'all will be in Pelican Bay. Remember that? Well, that's what Jesus, God is saying. He said, I do this. I'm going to send down the spirit of delusions in the mouths of thy prophets. God said that himself. Now watch this, Apostle. When God said that he's going to send down the delusion and put it in the spirits of all thy prophets, is that lying, Apostle? Did God admit it that he was lying? Apostle? Huh?
Nah,
all right, I'm done. All right. That's it. You ain't got to, never mind. You ain't got to answer it, brother. You ain't got to answer it. Because
you know how foul that is,
brother,
right?
it's all right. You don't have to answer it. You said
I got
no.
to answer for the people.
No, you said no.
I got to answer for the people.
All right. Go ahead.
I got to give them. I have to answer for the people.
All right.
It's not for you. I have to answer for the people. You can't treat people like that. Can't ask a question. And because they didn't say what you want to hear, cut them off.
Black men, well, sometimes when they pick them never for come on TV, when they come on TV and on YouTube, they want to move like them bright, but them bumper clap bright. So awkward.
Yeah,
when they want to move like them bright,
All right. All respect. Yeah, but sir, so would you I know you agree to that too. Would you call God a murderer according to the scripture, the narrative in the book?
A pure puppy show thing.
Of course, God is a murderer. He murdered the dude when he told him to go into the his brother's wife because his brother died. And so God wanted to keep the bloodline pure. And so he told them to go into your brother's wife and have a baby. So the brother is like, yeah, I always wanted to hit that pum pum. I always wanted some of that. And so he goes in it. But then when it came time to bust off, he pulled out and he let it go all on the floor because he wasn't ready for no baby. He ain't want to have a child with the woman. And so God looked at him and got mad. And what he do to him, Zion? What God do? Come on, Zion. Oh, let me ask Apostle. What did God do to him, Apostle? Because he pulled out.
Because he killed him because he broke.
All right, that's all you need to answer. You ain't got to give us no reason. He killed him.
He killed him.
He killed him.
He murdered him.
He murdered them.
That's right. It's not murder.
And it wasn't a law.
Murder and killing is two different things.
It's killing. So you see that as killing. So thou shalt not kill. How we see that?
Yeah, he murdered them, man.
Wait, hold on. What's the difference between murder and killing?
Right, that's what I'm telling him. He murdered them. Apostle?
You can kill somebody and not go to jail for it.
To me, that's just the nature
of
the God, you know.
You go to jail for it.
Oh, man, I don't know.
I see you're not that bright. I see that. I can kill somebody in self-defense, but I can't murder them in self-defense. I can kill you in self-defense and not go to jail.
There's a difference for sure.
That's the difference. But for you to ask me what's the difference, not only are you a liar, you're not even intelligent. Damn, man, how did you make it through life? You don't know there's a difference between killing someone, taking someone's life, and murder?
Elder Apostle, what I'm going to say to you is this. This is YouTube, and I'm conscious and I'm aware of what I say on the internet.
Everything got to be philosophical. This is YouTube. I don't give a hell is your mama house. Murder is murder.
Yeah, you're
right. To take a life, you can go to now and you have to take a life. That's not murder. In war,
and this is a platform. When speaking in regards to murder, you don't know my life and what I've been through.
I don't care about your life. You don't know nothing. If you don't know the difference between taking a life and murder, I can't help you.
All right, y'all. I gotta get out of here, y'all. Catch the rest of this game, man. I'll talk to y'all, and I will be back tomorrow with Shaka Utmost.
What time?
About 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
I'm already set for 1 o'clock.
Oh, what time? All right, so I'll go after you. I'll wait till you finish.
All right, thank you.
All right. Peace and black power to everybody, man. Thank you for coming on. Brother Lie, don't run from Apostle. You the man.
He's running.
He
got his track shoes on.
Zion walked out.
Not at all.
Zion
he's gonna put his tight shorts on.
Zion walked out. Are you there?
and his hyper short shirt.
All right, hold on, brother. Zion Wardchild, are you there, brother? Calling on Zion Wardchild to close this thing out.
He gone, man.
Zion, where are you, man?
Right here. Hold on,
Why you scared, man?
Nah, because y'all had a whole other conversation after we were done. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hold out, Zion.
All right.
Put the camera on.
Yes. So
let's go.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Nepal, you know what I'm saying? Love Nepal. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out, Blackmail. I did get a chance to catch some of the things that you were saying, but you know what I'm saying? I kind of caught a phone call in the middle. You was talking about symbology, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate that. You know what I mean? The symbolic language. We get away from the symbolic language, then the book turns into a freaking daggone to a horror story. You know what I mean? And it's not really representing the actual thinking of the people, the time period. Let's think about this. At that time period, that world was very primitive. There was no police. Morality was, you know what I'm saying? People were trying to figure out morality. People were snatching people's children and babies and women all over, not just, you know what I'm saying, in the Bible. Just that was the cultural environment. And so everything seen from that perspective would seem crazy to us because we don't have to worry about somebody clubbing our wife over the head and dragging her into a cave by her hair like daggone freaking Fred Flintstone. So the language of the Bible has to be understood from the context of the people of the time period. And we try to measure it by our modern day morality. We're not reading the book right. We're misrepresenting it. We're speculating on why we think this is wrong and this is right. Apostle Zaquan, he brought out the fact that, you know what I'm saying, God in the Bible, his judgments were equal to the sin. So if everybody was running around like Conan the Barbarian and slaying the men and hearing the lamentations of their women and taking booty, then that's the energy of what was going to be received by them. And Nepal also pointed that out. So the whole law at that time was eye for an eye. It was equal measure. What you do unto others shall be done unto you, and vice versa. So if it seemed really bad, what were the people doing in order to incur that righteous indignation? Symbolism, cultural context, time period. What was the atmosphere? What is the symbolic language? What was their metaphors? Their you know what I'm saying, their slang, how they tried to bring forth their thought in their context, in a language that everyone in that area and time period understood. We have to dig deeper than that if we're going to then just, you know what I'm saying, well, if the serpent, I know, you know what I'm saying, Saw, I might have to debate you on this, man. I'll take the L for this one, B. But I'm going to give you a good fight. Because there's no way we're going to sit over here and start worrying about whether a snake ate an apple. You're missing the context. You know what I'm saying? That's the dead letter. That's the carnal. The Bible said to not to argue over vain things. You know what I'm saying? But to focus on the spiritual things. And that means to focus on what is the deeper meaning that we can find and extract from this. Not if we read it from the surface, we read it from the dead letter, we read it from the carnal, we read it from the flesh, then you're going to have a nightmare. And with that said, y'all, wipe your mouth and fix your face. And come check me out on Facebook. Y'all be singing, I'm getting better, y'all.
Let me hear something. Go out. Close us out with a song. Close us out with a song, man. Go ahead.
Hey,
you gotta hear my I can't sing without music. My karaoke's illegal. So you can, if I can play a karaoke or one of my videos, because I got a AI music video with my actual voice over the music and it's karaoke, so it's legal. So like you won't get flagged for it. If you want me to play that, I can do that. But I can't, I'm not good enough yet to just start freaking breaking it down in front of y'all with no song.
Zion Lex gave Jabari that loss, man. reminded me of that debate they had years ago.
Oh,
Zion Lex gave him a blow.
I don't expect you to say anything other than that, brother. You're supposed to say that. That's what you're going to say.
Oh, Zion, you know good and well. Zion Lex kicked that boot. Boy, come on.
I'm sorry.
That was easy, man.
I'll be trying to.
That was easy. An easy victory for Zion.
I'm sorry, I missed Revelation X and didn't really get a chance to chop it up with Blackmail. Yo, the Rastafari, we taking over, yo. Watch out for us, yo. And I want to see what's his name is going to say about Rasta, because if he says something sideways, I am issuing the challenge and I'm ready for it on this topic. I am that ninja.
I don't think I'm gonna play Shaka on that one.
What are you gonna do?
Because he's going in on Haile Selassie.
Go ahead, let him.
Revelation is my brother, man. As I love my brother Revelation. So I'm gonna hold off on that.
Let me get at him.
And then I got Rebel Rasta, you know, it's my brother.
Even
though it ain't me, but you know, it's Shaka doing it.
If Blackmail, Revelation X, and Rebel Ross say Zion go get him, will you let me get him?
Shit, you can do it and get him.
I can call him out. You gonna let me get a debate with Shaka?
Yeah, hell yeah. If you come on, you out your league though, man.
I think and that's why I said you're sleeping on me, Saw.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
You're sleeping on me.
I'm gonna do this debate.
I won 13 legal actions representing myself in a court of law. I am not out of my league.
That's how bad I want it. I'm gonna do it for free.
Legal
ain't looking for payday.
Court with white folks.
I'm gonna do this for free. Let's get it done. Let's get it scheduled, and let's
calling
get it
on
done.
Shaka almost all.
Pastor, you know good and well, brother Law, not no debater, man. Come on.
Well, we can have a discussion.
Oh, okay.
It don't matter.
And he's not going to debate you as an elder.
Love where you at, where my people at. I'm at where you at, where my people at. I need you to help me on this mission. Yeah. This is for my brothers trapped in religion. Open up your eyes, break out of the prison. This is for my brothers trapped in religion. sa.neter be the truth, you know he's on a mission. It's sad to see my brothers all so lost. It's sad to see you believe in things that's false. It's sad to see you believe in Jesus, where your logic breaks apart in 1,000 pieces. Oh, God killer, not gonna let that slide. You drowning in a myth, you had nowhere to hide. The HOK is the toughest environment. While we trade blind faith for mental empowerment. I believe in scriptures for your mind, this is the key. It's time to unlearn everything you believe. The house of consciousness, start looking within. That's where the real liberation begins. Oh, this is for my brothers trapped in religion. Open up your eyes, break out of that prison. This is for my brother trapped in religion. sa.neter be the truth, you know he's on a mission. The HOK is more than just a place. It's a tough environment where you check your faith. Bomb squad and pseudo killers who check your sources. Don't come in front cause you will leave a loss. It's the Bible written to break your spirit, built to keep you low, feeding you metaphors, stopping your growth. These is for my brothers trapped in religion. sa.neter be the truth, you know he's on a mission. It's sad to see my brothers all so lost. It's sad to see you believe in things that's false. It's sad to see you believe in Jesus, while your logic breaks apart in the Bible.